decide when to die. Cross her up on the cushion, crossing the line. Cause some drama and some bullshit they didn't like. And if they don't like the move, then we're ready to fight. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we roll. This is how we do. It's not for everybody but the chosen few. And we pray, cause we know that they might not ever come back. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here tonight. I don't know who's going to be around. It is a Saturday night. Everybody rained out. We are watching. I was trying to go live after High Limit, but we are watching Lucas Oil 8 Miles right now on Flow Racing, and Devin Moran's trying to hold off Ricky Thornton Jr. Couple guys were up there early. They fell back. Mike Marlar was running second. He's fallen back to sixth, unfortunately. Ricky Thornton Jr. is all over the bumper of Devin Moran right now. It has all migrated to the bottom side of the racetrack. It is hooked up. It is, I'm going to say, rubbered down. The left fronts aren't even touching. You can read Hoosier on the left front of Thornton Jr. It's the final lap. He's sticking to the inside of Moran. He goes high in 3 and 4. Not going to work. Moran is going to win it. And I will say, I was watching the Lucas Oil race earlier, and I know I have late model fans. We tuned into late model fans. Late model racing ripped my heart into pieces and stepped on it. Licked, stamped, and melted off. You know, I'm trying to stay in my lane here recently by just worrying about sprint car racing. I really can't say anything good has came from my coverage of late model racing. It's still an amazing sport. It's the better racing for sure, but the path or that the situation that late model racing led me down, even though we just turned the heater on and now we're opening the window to 60 degrees. The path that late model racing led me down. Yeah, a little bit because it was cold. We turned the heater on. I'm cold. I'm warm-blooded, hot-blooded, whatever we call it. But anyways, the path that late model racing led me down just ended up bad for me. So we still watch late model racing, even though we don't talk about it as much, just because it's one of those grudges. Maybe I need to not hold a grudge towards late model racing like I am right now. You know, there are good people in the world. But regardless, I was watching it earlier. And, you know, obviously last year we had to make, and we may have to make a belt again. I actually should pull this up. We made a late model racing, super late model racing, undisputed championship belt. Undisputed, hold on. Championship belt. And we gave it to, Ricky Thornton Jr. at the Dome. I can't bring it up, or some reason I can't bring it up. I don't know why. I tried typing it in. Maybe I should have been better on typing it in. I'm not sure. But we gave it to Ricky Thornton Jr. We may have to make this belt for the sprint car world because you have this situation with Sweet and Gravel where they are, you know, who knows, you know, who's the undisputed sprint car champion. But Ricky Thornton Jr., I think most people say he got screwed out of the championship belt last year with Lucas Oil. And I thought it was a travesty, so I had a custom belt made for Ricky Thornton Jr., presented it to him at, here it is, actually. We found it. Hold on, let's see here. Hold on. Oh, my. Well, they are hitting me up on Facebook. But anyways, this is it. We presented the belt. It was I designed it myself, custom made, custom done. Ricky Thornton Jr. Championship belt. This is what I designed up myself. And it was really nice, Ricky Thornton Jr. I just did something very simple with the snakeskin gold and green. And then, of course, why is this so big all of a sudden? This is ridiculous. Gave it to him there. You could see it with the gold SSI Motorsports because he didn't get a championship. You know, he dominated Lucas Oil last year, destroyed him. And obviously after giving that to him, he walked out into the intros of the Dome in December, in St. Louis with the undisputed championship belt. Now, this did happen, last year at the Dome. And the only reason I'm referencing this is not because I think I'm going to have to make one for the Sprint Car Championships, which we're going to start doing a ranking system because I definitely think some drivers are rated higher than they should be in the sprint car racing industry, and we're going to settle that. So we may have to make a sprint car undisputed championship belt and have to choose between David Gravel or Brad Sweet. Do we have to do that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we have to do that just yet, but we will have to put a ranking system out because for some reason people are underestimating the talent of, certain people. But anyway, in the heat race at Fairbury, Tim McCready was looking extremely fast and was trying to get around Ricky Thornton. I think Ricky knew that he was there. And Ricky Thornton Jr., in my opinion, and it's hard to see out of the cars, and I get everything, but to me, Ricky Thornton Jr. raced Tim McCready a little super aggressive. Now, I've noticed Ricky being super aggressive. I don't know if there's a chip on his shoulder to just dominate the year like Gravel. But there was contact made, and that pretty much destroyed Tim McCready's night, I'm going to say, pretty much. And I didn't like it. So I don't know how people feel about that contact. I don't know if anybody else saw the contact that I'm, talking about. But it was there. It was there. Now, before we keep going into the show, there is a very big breaking news scenario in the sprint car world. Sean Vardell. Talked to this guy a few times, runner of the Carolina Sprint Car Tour scene down there. Of course, sprint cars in Carolina kind of don't exist, but this was the one guy who had the 305 Sprint Car division rolling and going in that area of the world, of the world, technically. And he unfortunately has passed away, so thoughts and condolences to everybody involved in this scenario. Apparently, the story that is being put out as to what actually happened was a motorcycle incident. Now, we do have some other situations or explanations to what happened, but nothing official. This is the official post, obviously, family putting this out. So, Sean Vardell gone just a little bit too soon. There's a race tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to race anyway. So unfortunately, Sean Vardell gone just a little too soon. So things we were going to talk about tonight is a little late. Thank you for everybody who has still stayed up. I was even dragging. I can't believe, some of these races are lasting so late into the night. It is, and obviously it's kind of my fault being over here on the East Coast. I can't believe I just can't exit these. But anyway, being over here on the East Coast right now, 11:47 a.m., so it's 10:47 Central, not that late for those in the Central Standard Time area. But it is a little bit late for myself. Regardless, I put this post up a little bit earlier today on, can we chop this off? Thank you. And is the window still open? Sorry, just ice cold breeze on me. When you're wearing Hey Dudes, it's like you have no protection of your feet at all, and it's just like, paper thin. Regardless, put this up earlier today on Facebook, and this was a text that I got. Interestingly enough, it says usually it was from somebody random. I didn't see it coming. Usually I am football and hockey. Am in football and hockey mode come October. But because of finding your channel, I was more interested in sprint cars than I ever have been. These tracks should appreciate that. And I put on there and saying, even though Williams Grove rained out, which today's race, the whole entire Morgan Cup weekend did rain out, I will not forget Williams Grove Speedway approving my media credentials for the year. Thought that was really cool. That actually did happen, guys. That actually did happen. Now, this is the story I wanted to talk about more than anything. Before we get into High Limit and everything that happened, Brett Marks, we got other stuff to talk about. Do we talk about the little fancy ending? A lot of fans are mad that Brad Sweet's just dominating the year or in High Limit. People are just getting upset that one series is getting kind of, blanketed by one driver's success, similar to the World Outlaws with gravel. I get the frustrations of both. This is the problem. And this is also the problem. Once again, you got to have structure. NASCAR didn't take off until NASCAR was kind of the only NASCAR thing racing left. All these things, all these series, everything we can think of suffer with splits. If you look at the IndyCar racing scene of America, when it suffered its split with CART and IRL, with the same time as Jeff Gordon and Dale Sr. coming up with NASCAR, it pretty much shifted, back to American motorsports. IndyCar racing was 1A forever. Forever. And then all of a sudden, this movie in the 1990s came to life with similar characters and investors in 1994 with Jeff Gordon and Dale Sr. And then when kart racing, started to challenge a national scene of Formula One, by the way, because the Formula One champion left F1 to come to American-based kart racing, the IRL was formulated and split the kart IndyCar scene up for the first time ever, the big boy of everyone. Right at the same time, Jeff Gordon and Dale Sr. or Colin Rowdy was coming up in the visual iconic scene of America, and NASCAR took over. Obviously, the OEM manufacturers enjoyed this. It's way easier to sell Chevys and Fords with actual Chevys and Fords on the racetrack, not IndyCars. So it all kind of made sense. Then you had the truck series formulate, started selling trucks. It was very smart, very business savvy of the situation. So splits have always detoured series from becoming mainstream, societally based. Once again, NASCAR had to fend off USAC stock cars. They had to fend off ARCA. They had to fend off all these other competitive-based stock car racing series to become the one big series that everyone could get behind and everyone could invest all their money into to rise it to the fame and popularity that it became. IndyCar racing, they had their fight not only with kart in that era, but earlier they had a fight with kart. Could actually kind of see, Indianapolis and Charlotte working together in the original split before the popular one in the 90s. But usually all forms of all sports suffer when there's more than one kind of genre to choose from. In Australia, for the Australian audience, you got rugby on one side, AFL on the other. If it was all just one kind of big deal, they're very similar, but if it was all just one rule system, one group, it would be twice as big, whatever that one entity would be. So anyways, we have that issue to deal with now in sprint car racing, potentially systematically. But I stumbled across this video, throughout this, make sprint cars, relevant in society. Society would love our sport if they was just exposed to it. Who is to blame for not promoting this sport to the people of society? Because I'm telling you right now, and I made this joke before, if you promote it to society and they see it for the first time, they would love this damn sport. They would be like, holy shit, just a car going in a corner is visually appealing. You know, not only is the racing appealing and exciting to watch, but just the cars going into the corner, you know, drifting, as the rest of the world calls it. And then I was also joking with Donnie Schatz and some of the people with his blue car, and I was asking them, why the hell did y'all even do this? And basically, they just wanted that car to be like the blue car, it seems like. And I've always joked and said, you know, they probably just think David Gravel's the orange car, and this is the green car, and Macedo is this bright blue orange car, orange car. And then I stumbled across this, and this is proof. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've had this discussion about pushing sprint cars to the regular populace and how shocked and just how taken back they would be if they were exposed to it just a little bit. And we have this guy here, the Vibe Guru Reacts, 1.18 subs, a very small channel. And this guy is from Britain, okay? British. This is a British man. And he does a video here called Brit Reacts to World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. If you go to his channel, he's covering a bunch of the rich preppy kids, the ones that are force-fed to American society, this thing called NASCAR, this boring form of motorsports that pretty much everyone in dirt racing agrees. They are, but the populace is force-fed NASCAR. And they're force-fed NASCAR so much that they think NASCAR is racing. So if people don't like NASCAR, they tune out from racing. They think all of racing is boring. But luckily, this guy somehow stumbles onto the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars and does a reaction video. It's kind of long. We're not going to go through all of it. But listen to some of these segments in here. It's just very interesting to listen to this guy react to our sport, because this is the stuff that matters. This is what is going to matter. We're going to talk about why this is going to matter. But listen to this guy go at it. British accent, not Australian, even though it's very similar. And Australia is a prison colony from the British, and the only reason it is because the American Revolutionary War, because America was originally the prison colony where the UK, the Crown, whatever, sent their prisoners to America, and then when we said fuck you and fought them off, they had to find somewhere else to go, and it was Australia. So even though the accents are similar, they are not. Here we go.
Back to the channel. So today we're going to be checking out something a little bit different. It's not quite NASCAR, but it's called the World of Outlaws. So this is the first time I'm checking it out. Leave your comments below.
I just love seeing this. I'm like, this is awesome. This is gold.
Or letting me know what other things you'd like me to react to, and we'll go ahead and do so. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's go. Whoa. The video's not even started, but I didn't expect that. That was
He's shocked about the intro, guys. Look at this. This is how much we have so many, not even just in our action on the track and the drivers and the talent and the ability. He's shocked by the intro of the video.
Amazing. And you can even see here, there's a little bump up as well. A lot of people must like that as well. Damn.
This is the world, ladies and gentlemen. This is how the world would react to our sport. This is where the people, the money, the crowds, you know, all the stuff that the sport needs. This is where it's located. Real exposure to real people.
Oh. Jesus Christ, that was epic. Right, okay.
He even said Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, so he is accepted in our community, as some of you people would say. You know, the world. They gotta come and at least say their prayers before the race, right? So it's all good. Regular people out there are perfectly fine saying Jesus. Now watch these reactions to him watching this stuff. This is his first time ever. Watch this.
At Tri-State Speedway, David Gravel jumps out to the early lead. Brady Bacon challenging for second. Can't quite steal it from Logan Schuchart. Bacon again to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Schuchart rips the top.
Right, so just off
Look, first corner, he's already wowed. Look at this. Look.
the bat. So some of you know I've recently been reacting to NASCAR, so this is all new for me, but this is different. They primarily look like they're drifting. There's a not a long stretch of a straight road, but it seems like they're primarily drifting the car.
No, this is at Hobstadt, so it's a short track. But still, look at this.
Cars themselves. Would that help with speed? What's with that?
Bacon and Schuchart. Bacon second with lap 1 in the books.
Jeez.
Brady Bacon looking looking to go back-to-back with the World of Outlaws. NOS Energizing Sprint Car Series of the Tri-State Speedway. A couple of cars getting together toward the back of the field. They sort themselves out. We stay green.
Yeah, this track is a lot smaller as well.
On Logan Schuhart for the third spot. Picking up pressure. Battle for the...
So this is a guy who's only seen NASCAR as far as American motorsports. The most boringest form of American motorsports. Hell, I've been watching Super Motocross over here, and it's more exciting than this. I mean, come on. I watched Flat Tracks from Ventura. It was better than NASCAR. But this is the only other thing he's seen so far, it seems.
Lead down the back straightaway. The Macho Man to the inside of David Clavell. Brady Bacon looking for the lead in 3 and 4 out of turn 4. And Bacon leads lap number 9.
Jeez, and by the looks of it, there's an audience as well, man. I mean, not that I didn't suspect there wouldn't be, but the size of the audience is what mostly surprised me. So there's a lot of racing events that are out there that the majority of the NPC public, I could put myself into that category, right, have no idea of even exist, right?
Right. Okay, so this is we talked about this with the whole Danny Dietrich example with Williams Grove and these people in the areas they're hurting for a crowd. Why are we not going after the real world? Who's a part of the exposure of the sport to new peoples, where all the money's going to be, where all the economical situations are at, where everything is located, where all of the fruits of the loins that you need are located in new people to the sport. Who's responsible for reaching all these people? That is the main key to unlocking everything that is wrong with the sport, but financially at least. But anyways, we could dive into that and talk about how, you know, the NFL survives because they have all these fans, right? So sponsors and people who provide money to the sport can't tell the NFL what to do, right? Because they make money no matter if they're sponsored or not. Unfortunately, in this sport, sponsors and people who own things kind of like to have that control of being able to tell people what to do and how to do it. So if we had fans and had a bunch of people and had an economical situation that worked without sponsors, they lose their power. So that might be the one entity that doesn't want it to happen. But regardless, this is the key that needs to open up the lock right here.
This is cool. This is different.
Your new race leader, David Cravell, coming right back at him on the inside.
This is cool. This is different. Whoever's watched my content, do I not sit here and say, why are we not telling the world we're sprint car racing? This is we all think NASCAR's boring. We're cool. We're different. That's the selling point of the freaking sport. Why are we trying to work with boxing? Let's sell ourselves as UFC.
Speedway, they go wheel to wheel into corner number 3. Cravell back to the point in turn 4. Down the front straightaway, David Cravell leading lap number 10.
Are they dirt roads as well?
Back to the inside at 1 and 2. They exchange the spot again down the back straightaway. Bacon may have tapped the wall
Dude. Orange is on job.
Orange is on job. David Cravell, where are you at? Hold on, we got to tag David. Somebody tag David.
Going out of Macedo to the inside.
You're not David Cravell. This is why I try to tell people. They think they're so big in our sport. They walk around like they're this big guy. And not David, obviously. He's short. But I'm just saying, the ego of a lot of these guys who are big in dirt racing act like they're big and they're stars. You know, you got Kyle Larson saying at Kokomo, even NASCAR's little, you know. But I'm just saying, these people in the dirt world, they're so minuscule to society. I want to make you bigger. That's what I've been bitching about for 4 or 5 years. Y'all hate me because I'm talking about your buddies or whatever. I'm just trying to make you bigger. Right now, David Cravell, you're not David Cravell. You're orange. You're Trump.
Side in 1 and 2, momentarily at least into the top 5. Sheldon comes back at him in 3 and 4. Carson Macedo, Sheldon Hodgson racing for 5th.
Dude, look at Green.
Got it as they cross the line, and now
Look at Green. He said, "Look at Green." Oh my God, look at Green. Carson Macedo, you're green. You're not an almond farmer. You're green.
To the inside of Logan Schuhart. Move Buddy Kofoid into the 3rd spot as they race into corner number 3. Bacon still right there with your leader, David Cravell. Heavier traffic once again, and now they'll stay side by side. Bacon couldn't get.
What the fuck? How was he able to just get a speed boost like that? Hold on.
What speed boost? What's he's using the like what is it? What is DRS or whatever in the freaking? Oh my God! Or what is that? What is that thing they do in Formula One where they push a button and they get a boost? I think that's what he's thinking is happening here.
Your traffic once again, and now they'll stay side by side. Bacon.
What the hell? What's up with that? Is he just got a better car than everyone else? Are these even called cars? Yeah, they are called sprint cars.
Yeah, they're called sprint cars. So sprint cars have this wing if you run the top. And yeah, the guy in front of him probably lifted and he didn't, but he had momentum built up and he shot the gap. It's called a slide job. It's visually appealing. It's like, wow, what was that? He thinks it's freaking DRS or something from F1. It's so wow.
So is he just got a better one than everyone else, or he just stepped on the accelerator harder than everyone else? Because what?
He fucking stepped on it, bud. He laid the wood down. That's David Gravel. Ask Jillian.
Interesting, you know?
Get the move made at the exit of turn 2. He'll look to the bottom again in 3 and 4. Brady Bacon out of turn number 4. Bacon leads lap number 16.
Jeez, dude.
Carson Macedo in the 5th spot. Sheldon Hodgson in 6th. This time by halfway for your race leader, Brady Bacon. His advantage over David Gravel, 1.13
Nice.
seconds. Sheldon Hodgson again. Sideways.
Whoa!
Sheldon
What happened?
to a stop.
What that is exactly what most Sheldon Haudenschild fans say. Whoa, what happened? Whether it's jumping the cushion and flipping the car, or doing that, or stalling out. I swear it's hard to be a damn Sheldon Haudenschild fan, is it? I don't know how Ripper is going to live past the age of 45. He's going to have a cardiac issue. There's no way you could survive. Whoa, what happened? This face is what Sheldon fans have all the time.
Sheldon Hodgson again. Sideways. Sheldon spins to a stop. Sheldon Hodenshield got...
No, I think maybe he might have just lost momentum. I think the commentator might add on top of that to actually say what happened. But from my initial assumption is that what, he ran out of momentum as he was going around the bend? I'm gonna see that again.
So again, his advantage over David Gravel, 1.13 seconds. Sheldon Hodgson again.
Dude.
Sideways. Sheldon spins to a stop. Sheldon Hodenshield got crossed up trying to go to the inside of Carson Macedo. Bacon back
Oh, he
on
got
the
crossed
car.
up,
We
he
are
says.
back under green flag conditions.
Sheesh.
Logan Schuart trying to go around the outside of Buddy Kofoid. Can't make the pass in 1 and 2. They'll try the top again in 3 and 4.
What? The question I really have for the most part
All right, what's the question?
is in regards to this at the top. Like, does it help with the balancing of the vehicle so it doesn't tip as it's going on the bends? Does it aerodynamically help the vehicle move faster? Like, what's the deal with that? Guys,
We all kind of know the answer. I'm not sure if the dude's going to watch the video. We need this guy to call in, actually. It's a wing, pushes the car down. It's shaped how it is, so when the car bends into the corner, it catches more air, provides more side force and down force. That's why you got so much of a side surface area covered with the wing up top on one side, wing on the bottom on the other, catching wing on the belly. It's all about being the fastest fucking thing on dirt, buddy. It's the F1 of dirt racing is a sprint car. We are at the top of the heat.
guys, let me know, please.
Macedo, Charter upside down at the end of the back straightaway. Red flag conditions.
Upside
Let's slow
down.
it down.
Brock Zierfoss.
Oh, of course. See, this is what the caller was talking about yesterday with Brock Zierfoss. He was concerned about his mental health because he's had so many wrecks, concussions, or something. That's what the caller was talking about with Brock Zierfoss yesterday. We kind of got mean with Brock. I'm sorry. I apologize. He did win a World Outlaw race at Williams Grove. But this is what the caller was concerned about, was Brock Zierfoss having potentially too many concussions through being in too many wrecks. And so happens in this video, Brock Zierfoss is upside down.
Upside down in car number 3Z.
So even this guy being introduced to the sport new, he kind of knows where that caller was coming from.
The good news is Brock Zierfoss is reported to be okay.
Dude, you know what's interesting about that as well? The cars look so much smaller. I mean, of course they would do, right, as they're going around the track, but I'm just looking at the amount of people that it's actually taken to actually tip the car back up. And it's just like, geez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fucking 5 people.
Hold on, how did this just go from British to freaking South American or something? What the hell?
6 with these guys there.
He just counted in Spaniola.
The good news is Brock Zierfoss is reported to be
I'm from Texas, so we had to learn how to say, at least count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 8, 5, 10 or something like that, I think.
okay.
Dude.
We come back to the green. Bacon through the the middle in 1 and 2. David Gravel a little lower on the racing surface. Can't find a way by. He'll try the bottom again in 3 and 4.
Nice. I thought Blue might have just
Bacon maintaining
Blue. You're blue, Brady Bacon. You're blue.
got overtaken there.
David Gravel right there with him.
I find that quite interesting how Blue was still going more or less. He was stretching his bends, but still able to maintain the lead, as opposed to Orange here. He seems to be kind of going more on the inside lane. And traditionally, I would assume you going in the inside lane will give you perhaps a slight advantage. But it's quite interesting how he's going on the outside, Blue, and he's still able to keep the momentum to stay in the lead.
It is momentum based, but the truth is there is a shop located in southern Indiana. That's all I can say.
Surface, can't find a
You
way
see what I mean
by. He'll
here?
try the bottom again
He's still-
in 3 and 4.
Interesting.
Brady Bacon maintaining the lead, but David Gravel right there with him. Macedo to the top, Baylong enters low, drifts high. Meanwhile, Logan Shore continues to hold on to 4th, but now Macedo moves by in the midpoint and turns 1 and 2. Carson Macedo now up to 4th in the 41. Schuhart right back to his inside and 3.
Right, okay. Sorry, I was just going through these numbers at the same time as I was trying to watch. So he's 5. Is it 5? What's 5 here?
Okay, Bill, with the 1S car. I think that the paint scheme's awesome. Take 5 oil change. But this is what new people, which is marketing's all about. He's confused right now. He thinks it's a number 5.
Five.
He's looking for number 5.
Perhaps it's not here and it's this. But what he's what 47? Is it 47?
No.
41.
Okay.
Is
Good
it
there.
Macedo? I have no idea what the feature is. I would assume that it is that, perhaps, for the audience.
No idea what a feature. You know, I thought that was funny. I was listening to a song with Ed Sheeran one time, and he was like, I'm all over the track like a feature. And Ed Sheeran in the song was referencing he's all over the track like a music track and like a feature because he's featuring on a song. See, to the rest of the world, like, what is a feature? Like, this is stuff we have to, you know, recognize is just odd and weird and needs some explanation or maybe rebranding.
To tell better what's going on. But if he's 5, then why is that not on here? And then perhaps it's this. I would assume that this on the far left is the pole position where everyone is, right? Is that even what pole position is? This is where everyone is in regards to who's in front, who's second, whatever, right? And then this helps us to distinct who specifically is who. Is that the case?
It's so great to see people react to the sport. But yes, that is true, but it's not a 5. It's a 1, even though it is weird to have 2 numbers on the car. And a feature is the main event. Main event. Maybe we should just start calling them main events. Let's get rid of features. You already changed the B main to the last chance qualifier. The last chance qualifier to the main event sounds more reasonable for society than feature.
I have no idea.
Now up to 4th in the 41. Schuhart right back to his inside in 3 and 4. They'll get very close out of the 4th corner, but Carson Macedo will retain the 4th spot. Leader now in traffic. Here's Gravel to the inside in 3 and 4, looking for the lead once again as they cross the line. David Gravel trailed by 7,000ths of a second. He got that close.
Dude, 21 has probably lapped a few drivers here. Because he's like, wait, look where he's at right now, right? He's quite clearly not in the lead, I suppose, right? Because you would assume 16 perhaps is the one in the lead here. But even with his position...
Okay, so this is general confusion from him, obviously. Because you could see Newton on the list in 21, which is 16. And so this is general confusion from the viewer. This is no one to blame on the dirt track side.
Right now, he's still in first place, like, on the leaderboards here. So, and I think he goes in front of Red as well, does he?
David Gravel trailed by 7,000ths of a second. He got that close.
He doesn't, but he's still in the lead, dude.
White flag wave for the Macho Man. Brady Bacon to the inside, trying to put Donnie Shantz a lap down out of turn 2. Racing into 3 and 4 for the final time. The Macho Man doubles up at the Tri-State Speedway. He wins again against the World of Outlaws. Second goes to David Gravel.
Fair play, bro.
Buddy Coe fourth, Carson Macedo 4th, and Logan Schuhart in 5th. helmet and all, head up top with that VP Fuels checkered flag. The Macho Man gets the win once again against the greatest show on dirt.
On dirt, nice. That was epic, man. Hey, shout out to this guy here. He's clearly an incredible driver by the looks of things. And yeah, shout out to him, man. Can wish nothing but the success and the best for him. That's all I can say in regards to that. But that was pretty epic, man. Completely different. I mean, not completely different in regards to it and NASCAR, because NASCAR, there's what? The road, the specific.
All right, now here it is. This is what people see when they see it first. If this is bad, this is bad. If it's good, it's good. Let's see.
Racing on the racetrack, it's different. It's not dirt, is it? The cars themselves look different as well. They're larger. So there's a few similarities with this and NASCAR, which is quite cool to see, because I've been getting into it recently and I quite like it. You know, I'm actually I was surprising myself with how much I've actually enjoyed NASCAR. But this is a nice little twist on it, man. You know, it's like, for me being a Brit, it's like football, normal football, and then let's say we have 7-a-side, where it's still football, but it's smaller, and well, the rules aren't too different. The goals perhaps a little bit smaller as well, so there's some similarities to 11-a-side, it being bigger, and then of course the smaller 7-a-side. But yeah, this is epic, man. I really actually quite enjoyed this. Definitely be interested to keep watching more races and getting into the world and the mindset of the people that attend these races, just to see how they think. And
oh yeah, we need to be very concerned about that. Yes, very concerned.
What the attraction is for them and why they enjoy it so much, because clearly there's something to it. And me being an outsider, I just can't see it because I haven't been exposed to it as much as perhaps they have.
Right. Wait, so how would you answer that? How would you express why we are in it in dirt racing? Well, I mean, I could say that it's because, obviously, we've documented, we talk about the financial structures for and investments that people need to get to NASCAR's level. We know that there's a few drivers from our form of motorsports that's over there for a Hunger Games situation. What I mean by that is, in Hunger Games, they take a person from a sector, put it in the center of the circle, and everybody from that sector watches the circle. So just like they're going to do here probably soon with Corey Day, like they did with Jeff Gordon, then to Kyle Larson, they pluck a driver from the dirt world, put him into the circle of NASCAR, and all you dirt fans tune in on Sunday to watch that race because your driver from the sector is within the circle. So it's a marketing ploy. But the reason I like it is because sprint car racing is the last form of sprint car racing. And this guy, you should look up, if you do see this video, you should look up World of Outlaw late models, Lucas Oil late model dirt series, and even high limit racing at this point, because we're about to talk as to why this could potentially be, they're going after these people and they're going to have the investors to do it. But when I say these people, I'm just talking about new people in society. Unfortunately, I feel like I have to say that because of the people. You know, we gotta address that as well. But regardless, I think that sprint car racing is just, especially in the World of Outlaw level, the highest level of motorsport potentially in the world, especially for open wheel. I would say, as far as the most competitive, highest ranked, highest leveled competition. Hey, can we get another beer? Oh, I shouldn't have said that last. Hey, there's the society. But I would say it's probably number two behind the late model, dirt late model industry, the World of Outlaw late models I just mentioned, Lucas Oil late models. I would say it's probably two behind that just because of the depths of the field over there. But it is number one, in my opinion, for difficulty on a racetrack. 900 horsepower drifting around on that track that he just saw, battling some of the best out there, 1,200 pounds. It is the Formula One of dirt track racing. And then I would say that the dirt super late model industry is possibly the NASCAR of dirt track racing. Very interesting similarities there when you look at like IndyCar or F1 to stock car racing, kind of IndyCar, F1, kind of back and forth, more zippies, you know, just extremely fast on the racetrack. And then the pack racing you see in NASCAR, the more side-by-side stuff, on the asphalt world, similar to what you get over here on the dirt. The sprint car world, a little bit more fast, a little more zippier, slide jobs back and forth, can still put on some great racing. But then you get into the late model world, it's more four wide, it's more back and forth, it's more door to door. So that's where I see the similarities there. But it's simply because the best race car drivers in America either end up in a super late model on dirt or a 410 sprint car on dirt. And that's just the bottom line because the money says so. Because of the monetary situation, your only true way or hope to rise in the motorsports world is in that sprint car, in that late model. I believe that it's a little easier to be in the late model. You can work your way there similar to a Ricky Thornton Jr. just because of, the wannabe situation, the wannabe scenario, because I feel like sprint car racing wants to be like NASCAR, and they fell in the emulation of doing that because I think that true drivers in skill and ability can be 30, 32, 33, 34 years old before they can be discovered. I don't think that skill goes away like stick and ball sports. Those things are more physical. I think that racing is more mental. I think some people could say to that, well, reactions are so much important in a race car. Well, yeah, sometimes those quick reactions end your ass flipping up into the wall where that smart mind keeps you from doing that. So I think as long as you have good cardio, which obviously these cars take a lot to have, the ability, physical ability, and you have experience in mind and mental capacity and natural talent, you can succeed in 410 sprint car racing or dirt super late model racing. But anyway, this was a really good video. It only has 1.4K views. This guy, and just past the 1K subscribers, this Vibe Guru Reacts guy, I would go check this out. Go like this video. Go give a comment. Tell him, hey, this Chaz guy talked about you. He's an idiot, but thanks for doing this. Do that. Do something along those lines, because these type of videos are very important to the research and development of the sport. I've been trying to tell you people basically exactly word for word what this new person just said. And I think that this is where the key to all the fixes that we cry about, crowd attendance, money to pay the drivers, sponsors, all these things lie within society. And for some reason, we just want to be locked in our cabin off in the woods and stay away from society. Big, big mistake. I don't know who's responsible for exposure of the sport, but we definitely need to fix it in that department. Speaking of exposure of the sport, I do think that this video explained how, I was joking at the beginning of the year. I was like, you give me $25 million, I could create a sprint car series or a dirt track series. Bigger, I could take over the dirt track racing industry immediately. And what I said was I would, do 20 races, $1 million purse every races. And then I don't care what drivers I got, what announcer I got, I'm putting $5 million into marketing to society. Because society don't know you. I can make a regular driver down the street a bigger name than David Gravel, because David Gravel is orange to the world. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all. I said this 3-4 months ago when High Limit was talking. This was my idea. We're just not doing it right. We're not actually, David Gravel's orange. Does that not bother some of you people? Does that not make you, it's made me upset for six years. I originally got upset when Brian Clausen could barely get 45 seconds on ESPN after he died. While he was out there winning, he didn't even exist. He wasn't even orange. And this guy just learned about orange. So this is a problem, correct? But maybe High Limit's going to fix that. Of course, tonight, you had Brett Marks pick up the win in High Limit. Pretty good race. You had the battle of the line with McFadden. I felt like McFadden got held back yesterday by some lap cars, maybe systematically. Who knows? Who knows what actually happened in that scenario? But we gotta. What I really want to talk about is the glimpse of what's coming in this post here today. This post here today by Clausen Marshall Racing, that Spire let's read it correctly, is now aboard the Clausen Marshall Racing 7BC. It's on board. Now, why does this breed significance to me? Well, potentially why this guy is on a national tour right now. Potentially why in our talk show the other day when I was talking to Danny Sams about joining a national tour next year, why High Limit might be the better situation because they're offering charter positions for investors. So, what I mean by that is you look at Spire, as a motorsport, there's Spire Entertainment, there's Spire Motorsport, what is it? Spire Motorsports, obviously has connections to the NASCAR domain, and this is where I'm going. To me, this looks like a partnership between the two, like an investor into Clausen Marshall as like a stock. That's how I'm seeing this, like a stock investment. Maybe I'm wrong here, but this is how I'm seeing it. And the reason I'm seeing it that way is because High Limit, with their brand and model, has finally offered something to investors that they can hold and have. There is value in having a charter spot in NASCAR, and it's not based on the team's performance, it's based on the conglomerate's performance. High Limit Racing with this charter situation is going to be rewarding the investors of the teams that are in those charter positions with an investment, with a actual stock into flow, into High Limit Racing, into the performance of the conglomerate. And big money likes that. Big money don't like put money into something and it puts a sticker on a wing. Okay? Big money likes investments. BlackRock, State Street, these real entities that own a lot of stuff because they put investments into all of it. Vanguards and stuff. And all these people that I just mentioned, they own everything. Everything you can think of, they got investments in it. And they've invested into it so that they can own a piece of it and profit from its success or sometimes for delinquency. This is how they do it in the tax scheme departments. But I think that you're going to start seeing more of this. And for these little teams, the littler teams that chose to go the outlaw route this year, I would be worried. Because who knows that charter positions in motorsports pays off, especially when you're starting to get the attention of the new world? It pays off. It pays off over time. And who invests into who has an example of that? The NASCAR world. Okay? And we had Danny Sams on. They were talking about how the tire bill for one weekend in that NASCAR world could pay for my entire season. You think Spire don't know that just a little bit? Especially with an investment that you're going to yield. You're going to have a charter spot in a series of sprint car. This sounds like investing into Bitcoin 15 years ago to me. This stock of sprint car racing is about to take off. I believe that. There's a lot of racers and people who believe it as well in the sport. But right now, it is worth a penny in the real world. Now, some of these guys or entities like Spire, potentially, not saying for facts, or Hendrick, or RCR, or Dale Earnhardt Jr., or any of these entities in the NASCAR domain that have understood now what charters can mean in the actual dollar and cents department, potentially coming up into this next year when High Limit does get through this season, when High Limit sees the society that it could reach with proper investments in marketing, could instantly make the Outlaws a thing of the past. I was telling them, y'all could be an easy thing of the past if somebody will spend the money to market to society because they don't even know what you are. David Gravel is orange, sir. I'm just saying, nobody's marketed people to the world. And this is why I see it as vulnerable. And I think these people know that as well. And Spire's tested the waters here with Clausen Marshall, partnering with an established team. Correct, I would say. I mean, that's what I see here. If that's wrong, that's wrong. This is a comedy-based show. I'm full of jokes. This is all just a joke. But how I see it, if you didn't jump on the tour this year and get into that top 5, if I'm Hendrick, if I'm Penske, if I'm Trackhouse, I think Trackhouse is in maybe a little bit with some. If I'm one of these big higher ups in the NASCAR industry in the motorsports domain, Chip Ganassi, if I'm one of these people, I'm looking at I can have a charter spot in potentially one of the biggest motorsports once it's exposed to the regular people of the world. I could have a charter spot. I could build me a race team over here in the dirt track world, pay these crew members and crew chiefs. I could take anybody I want, just pay them a decent wage and a decent living. For probably one of the only teams that could do that. Everybody else is just living on eggshells and living in hotel. I could treat them decently, make them feel appreciated. For the amount it takes to pay the tire bill for one weekend at a cup race, I can do that. I'm just saying, guys. Who's not going to invest into Bitcoin come next year from the cup or the racing, the actual motorsports world? So Joe Gibbs, Hendrick, Penske, Dale Jr., Chip Ganassi, Andretti Motorsport, all of y'all. There's 5 more charter spots next year. And the hardest hitters of the game in high limit racing are gone after this season. Spire just partnered up with one that's probably going to be in it. Spire's going to be in with a chartered spot investment into this sport that's about to take off. Or at least a sport that is only going to get bigger because of how good the product is. We have one of the best mills the racing world's ever seen. We just haven't marketed it to people to try it at all. And once the people start trying this badass barbecue, sandwich, enchilada, whatever you want to call this sprint car, once somebody, maybe high limit, maybe they're just waiting to get these 10 charter spots locked in, and then they're going to start doing. But once somebody starts telling the world and sharing them up a serving of this sprint car thing, buddy, they're going to start eating it. That stock's going to rise. So maybe they're just keeping it really cheap right now so all these people could slide in here and take it. Then they'll move it up to that next level. But that's what I see coming, personally. I see that coming very, very soon. Look out. Everybody thought, oh, well, if I go the Outlaws this year, it don't work out. Or some people were saying, David Gravel, I'll go in here and win the Outlaw Championship, and then I'll go get me a charter spot in high limit next year. I know you got to have drivers. But, hey, if somebody comes in here and starts putting... There's a lot of equipment issues out there. A lot of equipment issues, I think. Somebody comes in here with the right money and takes your crew chiefs and takes your crew guys and all that with their actual lump sum. It may be a little more difficult than you think come next year to get one of those final 5 charter spots when you get the real players of the game involved. We don't really have a real player in sprint car racing. I mean, do we? We got Stenhouse maybe a little bit with Sheldon. We got, who else? Tony, I guess, with Donnie. They're loyalists, though. We're pretty sure they'll stay over there in the outlaw department. But I'm just saying, the real players show up. The Hendricks, the Penskes, the Ganassis, the Andrettis. When are they going to go over here and buy Bitcoin 10 years ago? I think that's what sprint car racing is right now. It is Bitcoin 10 years ago. You can buy it pretty damn cheap in comparison to what the other stuff is worth. So anyways, that's what I see, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I see in this situation. And we'll see what happens. We're going to be looking at the YouTube chat just a little bit. It is kind of getting late. We're going to be getting out of here very soon. Do y'all want to do call-ins? I have to use the restroom real quick. If y'all want to do call-ins, your chat's going to be playing on the screen. We will appreciate super chats. We will stop it and read it when we get back. We need David Gravel is orange on a shirt. Dude. Let's partner up. Let's make this happen. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back. Or do you want to go comment? Hold on. We got motorcycle updates. All right, we are back. I know we probably lost all of our viewers. Are we doing call-ins? The car owners on top of NASCAR are still trying to sell the NASCAR brand. They don't want to admit they ruined it. I think some people know that they ruined it, and those people are about to start coming over into this dirt thing that is so damn badass. Somebody said opening night for... What track is that? I've never heard of that track in my life. Tomorrow? I don't know. NASCAR's tomorrow. I think, is it NASCAR tomorrow at Darlington, Cody? Yeah. I've never heard of that track that you're talking about. Must be some shithole off in the woods somewhere. Great 53-lap sedan feature at Gladstone last night. Herbert Custom Cycles. If you didn't see that episode of Gladstone, go check it out. Herbert is actually in it. Somebody said call-ins. David Gravel is orange on a shirt. That does sound really good. We got to get with David on this one. High Limit will put World of Outlaws out of business. Just give it time. I could put all of them out of business in 1 year, $25 million. I'd take $5 million. Hell, we'll do 10 races, 15 races. We'll give them an easy schedule. That's why we take them out. They can be with their families, big-time purses at each event. Make them a star with the marketing budget. It would be over. Everything. Hell, give me $25 million. And we could do late models and sprint cars. $500,000 purses each night, 20 races, $5 million in marketing to the drivers to the general public. It's over. It's done. I just took over your whole market. It's that simple, guys. Who's going to figure this out? Just do it, please. Somebody. I'm gonna email Dana White tomorrow. We're fucking doing it. We're USC and all y'all's ass. 28 410s at Antioch. Is Antioch racing? Somebody said you were at a $250K to win race last year. I thought I was. Yeah. North Dakota? A track in North Dakota? Oh, I think maybe you're right. There's a track in North Dakota. Husettis. I've never heard of Husettis. Never heard of that track. Never heard of that track. Husettis is in South Dakota. Aussie Brooke Tatnall have won the track championship a few times. I never heard of Husettis. Husettis. All right, now that means we have to go. That's that track where everybody's single file and can't pass. Yeah, didn't Buddy Kofoid have to blow a motor for David Gravel to win that race because nobody can pass on that track? Because it's just a single file, half-mile, quarter-mile track, I think. I think that's the same track, right? Nobody passed anyone there, right? The racing's boring. Oh, that track. That's right. That one. Lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. I'd rather see that race at Gladstone. That'd be a hell of a race. 515-298-7691. Oh, no. If it's Spike, we're hanging up immediately. Who is this? Hello. Maybe it's not working. Is this working or no? Spike, go ahead and speak. Oh, it had to be Spike. I think it is. We're gonna try one more time. Is it Spike?
Don't you hang up on me.
Oh, I didn't hang up on you, Spike. What do you want to talk about? What did you think of that video, that reaction there?
Who gives a damn? They ain't going to do nothing.
That's what we just talked about. I thought you were going to say something about what we just talked about. Or are you coming on here to take your own narrative and take over the show again?
Let me explain to you something. Anything that takes more than 5 to 10 words to explain, nobody has time for.
I disagree. I just talked for 3 minutes straight, and there's 100 people watching. So shut the fuck up and stop judging everybody. Everybody isn't some slut Tinder date that don't have an attention span, Spike.
I don't have Tinder. I don't need Tinder. But
go ahead, continue.
The fact of the matter is, explain sprint car racing to someone that doesn't know what it is.
We just watched a video of what people do when they see something that they don't know what it is and never seen it before. They freak the fuck out. They can't believe it.
And he says, I don't understand. I can see the appeal, but I don't understand the appeal.
That's not what was said, Spike. You're a liar. Again, you're just here to be a contrarian.
Did you not listen to the Black British, man?
Did you not listen to him say wow over and over?
Okay, wow. Like, you got to understand, sprint car racing, like I've always said, is fat black women porn. You know, you watch it and go, wow, this is fucking weird.
This? Why would you
This
say
is
such
off
a
the
derogatory
handle.
statement?
But I'm not going to go and, participate in this.
Okay, that's not the case. That's not what everybody thinks, Spike.
Right. Well, what you were saying the other night is a fact. You had to get born into it.
No, it is not. Because the sport hasn't been exposed. You're talking about something that is sick and disgusting.
I thought it was in the 90s.
Hold on. Most of society, what did you say sprint car racing was? Fat, black, what is it called again? How does your mind think?
BBW black porn.
It's fat BBW black porn. That's what you say it is, right? Okay, so we've all seen...
Well, it's getting to the point now with you and Jeremy Elliott being all fanboyish.
No, you're not distracting with your disgusting jokes. No, you just said fat black...
gay porn, in my opinion.
Fat black BBW porn is what you said, Spike. That's exactly what you said. So, in that analogy, we all see the whatever podcast, little reels and stuff, where they're talking to these OnlyFans girls and shaming them. Because once these OnlyFans girls sit there and they think about what the guy's trying to tell them with logic, they're like, yeah, that's not really good. That is bad. And everyone in society watches these videos and is sitting there laughing at these OnlyFans chicks because, yeah, everybody thinks it's just crazy and stupid to be this slut hoe on a camera and think that their daddy or boyfriends don't care. We think it's crazy, right? That's as crazy as fucking BBW, slut porn, or whatever you're talking about. Sprint car racing doesn't go into that category, Spike. I'm fucking sorry. It is not that defaming, shaming, disgusting, mind-fucking delusionally. It's a little more accepting, societally-wise, to watch cars go on corners and drift around. It could be considered cool. I don't think that that's the same thing as BBW, whatever black porn you're talking about, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. I'm not shaming y'all right now, at least not when it gets too late at night. I mean, there's some really good ones. I'm just saying, I'm not going down the street to watch it with my friends, okay? It's disgusting, societally wise. But
yes,
if it got more
so
exposure, first of all, BBW
is,
black porn probably has way more exposure than sprint car racing. I'm just saying.
Sure.
And it's pretty popular.
Listen,
the views are up, Spike.
So
the views are up for that. I'm sure they're higher.
Get drunker so that I can talk more. So the fact of the matter is the exposure to mainstream pornography is way out there, and this is a niche fetish is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
And that's all it's ever going to be.
It's only a niche fetish because it has not been promoted to people. Now, I get that your BBW black porn is more important.
It doesn't have a national appeal.
Hold on,
no
porn industry is exposed to people. There isn't billboards down the street saying tune into Pornhub.com. But it's like the biggest, and I said this all the time, and this goes back to genetics of man and female and sex. But not everyone's seen the movie.
You need to get drunker.
Not everyone's seen. Shut up. Not everyone has seen the movie Batman. As big as Batman is, look. As big as Batman is, not everyone has seen it, Spike. But pretty much everyone's seen, porn. I mean, I'm just saying that's the truth. But Batman had way more exposure. It's different, Spike. You can't compare BBW black porn to sprint car racing. You just can't do this.
Listen,
you can't.
I'm explaining to you that you're trying to say that porn is some niche, and it's not. There's billboards all over the fucking highways pulling off and buy porn.
There's fucking not. Yeah, no one goes there. Those places you drive by them and they're empty, Spike.
The point listen, you're missing the point because you're not drunk enough. Get drunk, and then we can have a good conversation.
No, fuck you. This is not going to happen. You're not going to gaslight
The fact of the matter is,
I'm the professional gaslighter. Sucked my dick.
You got to listen to me. Make believe I'm a fat white woman that you're trying to get laid, and you make believe you want to listen to her.
Well, it sounds like a very similar situationship. But anyways, continue.
So make believe I'm really fat and woman, you know, and that you
Why
want to
does
like
it have to
get
be
laid
about
and
that?
you care.
There's so many other things you can
You
pick
care
right
about
now,
what she
Spike.
says, so let me talk. Let me talk. Hey, are you and Luce Video having a throuple thing or what? What's
What
the
are
truth?
you talking about? Make a point, please.
Because you were saying you like fat old women suddenly, so I was just curious. So.
Hey, man, age ain't
But
nothing
no.
but a number. Hey,
So
the
anyways-
older they get, the lower they hang, you know, closer to the face.
If Luce Video shares, what can you do, right? But so here's the deal.
I didn't say anything like this. I would like to see you and Luce actually go at it. This would be interesting.
He looks like Genghis Khan, so.
Oh, wow. You're making a mistake. You're making a mistake.
Listen, God bless that old veteran, but, you know, I wouldn't touch him. I mean, I'd respect the man, unlike you.
Okay, wow.
Let me get to the point, you drunk prick. So here's the point.
You're making points with black BBW porn. Can you make a point that actually
Well,
is...
you don't let me talk and explain my point.
What
Okay.
derogatory point do you want to make, Spike?
You have your autistic rants, and then I can't speak.
I'm trying to be more logical and accepting. You're being just blow the world up.
I'm just explaining to you it's a very niche fetish. So now, let's say this niche fetish becomes something that the world wants to see.
Like UFC in the mid-2000s? Right?
Let me talk.
Okay.
Get drunk. Start chugging some vodka.
I'm just saying. That's what happened. UFC was just some white guys brawling in a cage, and then it became bigger
I don't really
than
give
boxing.
You can talk about UFC all you want, but I'm trying to make a point here. I'm trying to make a point here, young boy.
What I'm talking about isn't impossible, Spike. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you an example. I'm sure there are plenty of people talking just like you in the 90s about UFC. It's just a niche.
Listen, can you listen, or are you just being a woman?
I'm not going to let your negativity destroy my night. Go ahead, Spike.
Let me explain. And you're losing your followers because you're being a cunt. So
sure.
So let me explain to you. If you bring
the
all
commenter
these
just said
people
people are
into
leaving
Chris
because of Spike. Just saying. That's what he said, not me.
Well, it's because you babble on like an autistic tard. But let me explain something. So here's the deal.
That's what a loser of a debate does. Is goes to insults. But continue.
Okay. Well, anyways, but I'm the winner. But anyways, so here's the point. So you bring your people out to the high limits, right? So you just exposed the world, and now the sport just blew up, okay? So tonight, they farmed the track for an hour after qualifying. The heat races were parades. They farmed the track some more. The modified support class had a wreck where the cars got tangled. They took over a half hour to 45 minutes to untangle them. Then they had to farm for another 45 minutes. So in the course of it, I saw qualifying, which is about 20 minutes. We saw heat race parades, which is, we'll just give that another 20 minutes. And then we'll say the feature was basically 15 minutes. Okay, so we got less than an hour's worth of entertainment. I wouldn't even say that was all entertaining. Probably about 5 minutes worth was entertaining. The feature, we'll call it entertaining. So I just spent 5 fucking hours of my evening at this event. Think that's going to get the national public to go to it?
Motherfucker, you want the answer now? Are you done?
You're going to say yes, but I'm going to say nobody's going to ever
say
fucking
Danny
come to that.
Sams, our guest from the other night, has officially won the Great Lakes Super Sprint event at Lawrenceburg. $2,000 richer. Anyways.
Good for him. What's Callum done?
Don't deflect. You want me to respond?
I'm just curious. You just deflected to Danny Sams, and I just was curious. Did Callum win anything?
Due from winners, not losers like you, Spike.
Is Callum running 305s or something tonight? That might be more fitting for him. Just curious.
Let me just say this, Spike, into your response. So, how many UFC fights start at 8:30 and the main event isn't until 11:30, 12 o'clock at midnight? The only fight that matters is the main event, the main card, right? There's like 5 who gives a fuck fights while everybody's getting drunk, and then you have the final fight at the end. 5 rounds, championship, whatever they want to do. That happens.
Terrible
right?
analogy. By the
No,
way.
no. It
Terrible
happens though,
analogy.
right? No, how is it terrible? You're talking about you're going to something. You just said the aim was entertaining. You said you go to something, and it's pretty much just circle fucking national farming series with sprint cars as support class, as I would call it. I made that up on my own, just on the fly, Spike.
No, actually, I did. I texted
how
you
is that? No, sure, you texted me. Anyway,
I texted
more
you that.
lies,
Get drunk
more
so you can
lies, ladies and
understand.
gentlemen, more lies. He's wanting to keep lying. He's trying to take my own slogans from me.
I texted
National
you that
Farming
the High
Series.
Limit is a national farming series with a support class called sprint cars.
I'm just simply saying, you want to say that you go to an event, new people, 5 hours of bullshit, farming tracks, and at least there's wrecking cars and stuff. Hey, a fan did win $2,500 tonight, by the way, with the dice roll. That was pretty cool. But I'm just saying, you have all this happen, and then you got a good 15-minute, 20-minute experience of a race. Happens in other forms of entertainment. You could spend 4, 5, 6. You could have went to the Super Bowl last year, and you may not see a fucking touchdown for a whole hour and a half. You spent $6,000 for your little
Look at your
ticket.
you look at your dumb fans. Just by the way,
they're
look
telling
at your
the
dumb
truth.
fans.
They're telling the
5
truth, Spike.
hours
You
of
don't want to
entertainment.
agree, Spike. That's all it is. You're
No,
contrarian
listen.
blooded. You're from Wisconsin,
Listen.
and you're fucking pissed that the Packers lost Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. That's what the problem is here, Spike, and you know it.
Listen, hobo. Listen. Here's the deal.
Now you're insulting again. That's fine.
You just said 5 hours of entertainment. That is not entertainment. Farming the track for
you're
hours
supposed
and
to
hours
have
on
5
end is
hours
not
of entertainment with the UFC event. You're supposed to have 4 hours of entertainment with the fucking football game. But you can go there and the score ends up being 3 versus 3. Yeah, I mean, you see 2 field goals.
See, and this is why you and the Elliott are fanboys and you're delusional.
What?
You
Elliott
can't
thinks
wrap
that it'll
your
never
brain
be
around-
big. Elliott thinks that it will never become big like it should be.
You can't wrap your brain around the fact that there's too much dead time, and you guys are saying that's 5 hours of entertainment. No, it's not. If you add up the total amount of time of actual sprint car racing, it's probably 30 minutes to 60 minutes at best, and out of those 60 minutes, it's probably about 5 to 15 minutes on average that is good.
I think that benefits our form of motorsport because here's what happens in a NASCAR race, all right?
5 hours?
No, not 5 hours. Obviously, that's not the greatest example, okay?
And
it's not the
5 to
greatest
15 good
example.
minutes?
It's not the greatest example what happened at High Limit. You had a farming session. You had a modified, like you said, a modified wreck that felt like an hour. It was a horrible event. A good sprint car race that's done correctly is 2.5, 3 hours. It's one fucking division. It's done correctly. I think the formats are fucked. This is why I think if we got 25 million, we take over. I change the whole format. But anyways, I think it is fucked. I don't necessarily think that short heat races are bad because here's the deal. Attention spans. Everybody says America's attention span, the world's attention span can only last for a few minutes and then they got to do something else. You know, and this is the problem with NASCAR. You go there, they put these breaks in there because of the attention span. They tried to turn it into football with quarters and shit and halves and periods or whatever because they got a period up their ass anyway. But anyhow, I think that the heat races work because these short attention spans, if you have good heat races, if you have good B mains, if you have these good little races, all they got to do is pay attention for 1 to 3 minutes for a heat race, and then they could check their phone or do this or do that. And then another 1 to 3 minutes of attention, and then they could do whatever they want. Another 1 to 3 minutes of attention, they could do whatever they want. And then they got to give 5 to 8 minutes attention for the big actual race that matters at the end. You have your little halftime show, you know, a little gig in there with the draw. I think they could spice that up and do some things. I've had my opinions on that. But regardless, I don't think that the format of sprint car and dirt track racing is bad. I think it's great for the short attention spans of today's society. 5 hours, obviously stupid, ridiculous. 2 hours to 3 hours length with proper heat racing and proper breaks, I think fits the short attention span issue that everyone else is trying to solve.
Okay, you done talking or can I talk?
It's called finishing a thought. I know you're used to slapping your woman around and making her do whatever you tell her to, but this ain't the case.
Are you having dreams about me again? Wow. I'm flattered.
No.
I'm flattered.
No, sorry. I was having flashbacks to my ex-relationship. Let's just go. Come on.
Was she slapping you around? Come on. We know she was. She was like 6'2".
Shut up. No, I'm the aggressor. Keep going. Don't deflect. Stay on topic.
Gee, you're like David if she was Goliath. You know, you have your little slingshot.
I'm not listening to this anymore. Shut up, Dave. Shut up. Go. What's your response? 5 hours. You want to talk shit about 5 hours. So what about what I said? This is how conversations
high
happen.
Limits with investors are going to be the saving grace of the sport, and the Outlaws are going to go out of business.
No, I
So
didn't
5
say
hours
that. I didn't say
with
that.
farming and dead time and fucking around time and parades, and then a 5-minute goods feature is going to be saving the sport, and the masses are going to come out in droves.
That was never said.
You just said that if High Limits, and because they're going to do charters, which is basically
Right.
the Brad and Kyle money laundering napkin that
I
you get
didn't
to
say
sign
this.
at the bar. You know, that's going to be the savior of the sport. But they can't even save the sport because they can't even make it entertaining. You understand? Like, entertainment for 30 minutes out of 5 hours is not good entertainment. That's piss.
Right. And I responded with the right way to do it is 2 to 3 and all this stuff. So what were are you listening, Spike? Did you hear me say anything?
I was listening. But you took offense to the fact that I said it was 5 hours.
I didn't
and
take
your
offense.
disciples
I
are
said it was
saying it's
horrible.
5 hours of entertainment. And I'm saying that's not entertainment.
I said that was horrible. What are you talking about?
Right. So what I'm saying is that's where the sport needs to get better if they want to acquire the masses.
Okay.
Right?
Right. The
Would you
guy
agree
did
with
just
that, or
see
do you wanna-
he just saw a highlight reel of a race. That's all he saw. Looks great. But when he goes and he's there for 5 fucking hours and dealing with a farming session and some fucking jalopies flipping around and you know,
Yeah.
it's a big problem.
Exactly.
The Outlaws run a better efficient show, but I think neither one of them do it proper.
No, and that's
Personally,
where when I was when
need
we
a
were in
Dana White.
communication today.
We need fucking Feld. NASCAR needs to start a fucking sprint car division, and they could do it. They got people in place that would make
they
it
would
run
do
right.
it great. Honest to God, they would fucking make it great. And guess what? All you fans that would disagree can kiss my dick because they would make it the greatest show on earth.
Right. We have no fucking standards. That's our problem. We have no standards of operation.
I will say tonight, though, there was an amazing show on, and it was a great show.
The bare knuckle deal.
No, it was dirt track racing. And it was the Lucas Oil
Fairbury.
late model from Pittsburgh.
Fucking
They
fair.
got the hot laps and the qualifying in a little over an hour, including modified hot laps. Then they
Okay,
said,
hold on. So hold on now. Both of those races were on Central Time, and the late models were done an hour after High Limit, even with the farming and all the bullshit.
mm-hmm. And, well, what I'm explaining to you is, then they said, we have 20 minutes to prep the track, and then we'll have opening ceremonies. It was 20 minutes on the dot. It wasn't the tractors going around for an hour and Brad Sweet going out and fingering the dirt and, you know, sniffing it and making sure it's good. No, bullshit. 20 minutes, now we go. Opening ceremonies. And let's get the fucking thing going. And if the track falls apart a little bit, okay, we're going to take 10 minutes in between the heats here while we pull some raffle tickets and make some money and go get a beer and get your fucking ass back because we're racing again. We ain't going to go back out and farm it for another hour and finger fuck it all night and see how great it can be so I can rip the lip and win the bitch.
Right.
Fuck that. Fuck that. That's where it becomes an inside job and Brad Sweet wins Brad Sweet's money.
Wow.
So
It's big words.
that's where the late models have it figured out. Because not only would the late models fans say, fuck this, The drivers would say, fuck this. I ain't coming out here for 6 hours while you guys are dumbing around. Come on.
Okay.
So when we were chatting before about how you begged me to come on your show tonight,
I did
and
not
I appreciate
that.
And that really makes me feel really good about
That's
myself.
not what happened. You're lying once again.
So there's different aspects that would make the show better. Number one, don't farm the fuck out of the place for 9 hours. That's stupid. There needs to be a time limit on that. I get it. If you need to farm it, that's fine. 20 minutes or less. Let's keep it rolling.
And let it be known this is
two,
what's happening so people can get drunk and party or whatever.
It doesn't work that way, though, because your fan base is Geritol-filled 65-year-old men with limp dicks that are pissed, that are in your chat room right now, pissing and moaning.
We're talking about bringing new people. We're talking about the new people coming.
And they will never come back with the format I'm talking about. What are you talking about? This 5-hour farm finger fuck fest. So what I'm trying to explain to you is how they can make it better. There's other aspects of the 2-hour outlaw show. Let's just say the 2-hour outlaw show that works miraculously fast, right?
Yes.
We get the hot laps in, we get the qualifying in. They only got to farm it for 5-10 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Heat races. Boom, boom, boom. And then we got the draw. The draw is bullshit. The draw is, you might as well just fuck a pillow.
Okay, well, the draw is Patrick Rushton joined the channel with the Pitchin The Hit fucking membership. That means a lot. Thank you so much, Patrick, for funding the show. Brad Sweet could suck a dick, but anyway, no, I'm just playing. He might get really offended.
Hey, you make more money when I come on than anybody else, just so you know.
He joined it like fucking 5 hours ago. Shut up, Spike, before you even came on here.
So the fact of the matter is, the guys that are in the draw, pull your fucking cars out onto the track, line them up, and as soon as you draw the number, the announcer hypes it up. Whatever.
This is my video and my idea. It's already been put out 3 weeks ago. When they draw the fucking number or they spin the wheel, they go right to the car.
And I'm agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. Let's make this high-energy good shit for the whole night.
I went to a PBR event. It was the most boring thing I've ever been to my life, and it was 15,000 people sold out. It was boring, Spike. The fucking rodeo clown was the only thing that was entertaining for like 4 hours.
So the draw is pissed. So let's make the draw good. So now the guy David Gravel, you're the number 3. How does it feel? Fuck yeah, I'm going to get out there and we're going to win this bitch. Okay, he runs out, right? It saves.
Jumps in the car.
And he goes and gets in the cockpit and gets ready.
Right, they're staged right there.
Yeah, they're staged and ready to go. It saves the whole doom and gloom bullshit where then the announcer has to kill a minute with these guys and talk about, well, the last time you were here, you finished 11th, and tonight you won your heat race. Well, thanks so much. Yeah, I really suck at this track, and I'm a horrible person, but thanks to my sponsors and thanks to the 2 fans that like me, and this is a shit show.
Now,
they just talk doom and gloom.
Can you not agree that Tony Laporta's really good?
I give that guy credit because he's got to talk for an hour while Brad finger fucks the track. I mean, really that's a long-ass time.
I feel like Tony Laporta finger fucks my mind. I mean, it's like when he gets to talking about the sunset or something. No, I agree. I'm pretty sure I didn't disagree. I wouldn't have ever. I've always liked Tony Laporta. No, I didn't. Fuck you.
But I just wanted to qualify that because your fans don't believe I know anything.
Oh, my God. All right. You fucking idiot. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Spike?
See, look at they all hate on Tony Laporta. They can all kiss my dick because Tony Laporta is saving the high limit.
He really is, now. Dude. When he says his little ending segment, it's like, all right, you might have made up for it right there.
And Chase is amateur hour, so he ain't saving shit. He ain't saving shit.
All right, you're done.
The little dice roll girl, she's looking fine. If you go on her page, she's a little.
I believe that's Justin Peck's girlfriend, though. The monarchy, the nepotism.
I can admire. She's about 200 pounds too light for you, but I'm just saying, like,
that's
she's
not
probably
true.
like,
She's only about 60
type.
pounds light, and I would only want the top to be heavy.
60? How
60,
heavy?
yeah.
This girl's like 110.
She's 110. The perfect woman to me is the 180 to 119, 200, 180 to 200, thick,
That's
big old
70 to
set of
90
titties.
pounds.
That's my ideal woman. I lost her, but there's more out there. There's more fish in the sea.
Bro, your woman was not 170 to 190.
You don't know what you're talking about, Spike. She was tall. You got to the 170 to 190 is like 5'7". If they're 6 feet or 5'11", you got to add on. So,
Are you told which woman did you have a tweener, like a rebound woman here, or what? What are you talking about?
I'm not saying that publicly. I'm not being mean, Spike. I am not you. I'm sorry.
Are you talking? You said the other night you were going to have sex with a obese black woman. Did that happen?
That was a joke.
Because I don't think you're ready for that.
Have you heard of the joke?
I don't think you're ready. Because you got to realize these black girls, man, like think of your best experience with a white girl. It's times 10 better with the black girls. So like you'll be ruined, especially if you're going to be in PA. There are no black Amish.
Why is that? Can you explain why?
There's no black Amish out there, so I'm just trying to let you know.
Can you explain why that is? Why my mind is going to be... Although you don't know my past at all, but in your idea theory, why is a black woman going to change my life or something? What's your theory behind
like
this?
I said, 10x better than anything with a white woman, put it that way.
So why aren't you married to this beautiful woman that did this to you? Because you're a fucking douche. Just say it, Spike.
Because I don't believe in monogamy. I don't have time to get tied down.
Oh my!
I don't believe in some state union that's gonna tie up my funds with some woman. And depends
You're
on if
supposed
she
to reward her
right.
performance with monogamy.
I don't reward anything.
Of course you don't, because you are what?
Why
Spike?
should she reward my monogamy?
A douchebag.
Where's your monogamy got you?
It's got me with a conscience that I can die with and be happy about.
I have that too.
You sure? It don't sound like it, Spike. It don't sound like it.
Where did you miss the sound of this that it sounded so?
I don't know. I feel like you have some long stares in the mirror sometimes, Spike. It sounds like that may be what's going on.
Well, there's something long in the mirror, that's for sure, brother.
Yeah, I bet there is. Yeah. I mean, you
doing
do
a lot
have
of
your
staring when that
torso's
happens.
pretty long.
Compared to yours, perhaps, but
I don't know. Mine's expanded, but
the other problem with sprint car racing, like you're talking about, is the top two heavy hitters, the gravel and the sweep, are little midget men that are kind of gayish, and like no man is like, I want to be gay Brad Sweet or gay gravel.
I mean,
no kid goes,
my God. Oh, dude,
I
there's
want
so
to
many
grow
wrong
up.
things I could say what you just said about Brad Sweet. Like, if
I
I was
give a fuck.
you,
I'm
Spike,
telling-
if I was you, Spike,
I'm
I would have
telling
continued
you the
the sentence.
truth of
Just
humanity.
because I hate mess with Kyle, I would have continued your sentence and been like, gay little Brad Sweet, although I don't agree with that. I would have continued it and been like, and my sister's with the better version of me, or something.
Well, I'm just saying, no little kid says, I want to be like Brad Sweet and gravel, because by the time they're 10 or 12, they're probably bigger than them already.
I can't believe you're saying this out loud, Spike.
Dude, why are you so delusional about reality? These guys are miniature men.
All right, go off on it.
They're
I got to take a
jockeys.
piss. I'm listening to you in my ear. You just keep going.
Okay, so nobody goes to the Kentucky Derby and says, God damn, I just spent $3,000 for a ticket to this. I got a $10,000 bet on Majestic Dan, the horse, and by God, I wish I was that 5'2", 110-pound jockey. No, nobody says that. They look at the horsepower. So the horsepower and the potential of the event and the horsepower what draws people into that. But the jockey don't. However, the difference is when you're dealing with car racing, there is the jockey that matters. And the fact of the matter is when the jockeys are these little void people that are just kind of almost like alien life forms in a way. Nobody has any attraction to that. There's no interest in that. They're very void and very weird humans. So why do you think that sprint car race is going to make it the big time with the Brad Sweet and the David Gravel at the top? Did you fall into the throuple or what?
Is that your question? How is sprint car racing going to make it to the top with these miniature little girls?
The fact of the matter is, like what you were bringing up the other day, where you said people need to market it to the masses, and you were bringing up the nightclub, which that's probably because you get with black girls or girls that are fat and like black guys, so they go to the club. So what I'm saying is
that's
nobody
a
goes
low
to the
blow
nightclub.
there, okay?
Right. Well, it may be, but I'm just saying fat white women usually get the darkness. So that's the facts. But the
It's a
fact
low
of the
blow.
matter is, well, I don't know anything about what they do. I'm just saying it's 9 out of 10 times it happens. So,
And we'll never be bigger than them. I'm going to start crying. Go ahead.
well, whatever. Just strap it on. But the fact of the matter is, you don't go into the nightclubs, and this is the difference. What these guys got to do in the regional world of racing. Everyone sit there and says, you know what? Hey, Justin Sanders won, I think. Yeah, he won the feature.
Yeah, Justin Sanders just won the NARC race at, what was it, Antioch, correct?
Yeah, see? He beat the
Yes.
fucking cartel.
He did.
This is a big deal tonight, people. Y'all don't care, though, because all you care about is little Brad Sweetfinger in the track all night. But the fact of the matter is, if I'm a regional driver, all these guys talk about is, well, Lincoln needs to sell more tickets, and the Port Royal and the Williams Grove and all this bullshit. Fuck all that. I'm going to use those platforms if I'm a driver to gain myself sponsorship and get myself to be a big deal so that whatever sponsorship brings me on board, so let's just say it's an alcohol distribution, right? Then my car and likeness is going to be on posters, on cutouts, and it's going to be in all the liquor stores.
So you're saying Danny Dietrich should be
Yeah.
trying to put his car at the nightclub, and he should be doing it on his own?
No, fuck the nightclub, but I'm just saying like a real business where the white man, blue-collar white man goes to, that's going to walk in and be like, God damn, what's this crazy-looking car, and this dude here looks cool. You know? So if I was running the biz, I'd be getting a Devin Borden on posters because he's a good-looking, boy band-looking kid, right?
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
what they say. All the women want to bang Devin Borden. I want to say I don't know why, but what you just said.
Well,
yes.
that's because you're gay and you're in denial. But
No,
the fact of
I
the
don't
matter
want to
is-
say that. Okay, fine. I get what you're saying by that comment, but yes.
Well, I'm strong enough in my masculinity and sexuality that I can say a dude's a good-looking dude and could be marketable.
I wouldn't want you and
So-
Devin Borden in the same hotel room. But anyway, continue.
He could shave my back, but that's all I'd ask for. That's
Right.
about it. So.
Right, but continue.
But
Go ahead.
and a Danny Dietrich, you know, get him a haircut, take the glasses off, you know, get him looking a little bit more sharp, not so Amish, and boom, marketable.
I can't believe you said that. It is true, though.
Because he can talk. You need guys that can talk. Why? Because you're going to eventually have the car on the local television shows, and the local radio is going to want to interview these guys, and you can't have little vanilla midgets on there talking about how they're so terrible at what they do, and and they hope they do better next week. Fuck all that. You get to get a guy that can say, I'm the greatest of all time. You better get your ass to Port Royal because I'm going to kick everybody's ass.
Right. I think
And then
Devin Borden would do
eventually-
that.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You gotta. I say it the way I say it, but a guy like that, you say where you say, listen, I've been top 3 the last 5 weeks, and I'm going to carry that on, and I'm going to win the thing this week, and I want all you fans to be there with me. You know.
Right.
Now, eventually, it gets to the point where Devin Borden is drawing fans to the Port Royal or to the Lincoln. And then he says, okay, Port Royal, I've got, Pennsylvania distribution behind me. They're the ones that distribute all the beer and all the booze to your track and other tracks. You need to give me a downside guarantee so I show up. Because I'm a draw.
Right, so you're holding the tracks hostage.
That's what you got to do because you're the draw. You're drawing the people in because you are the Danica Patrick of the, right? When she was the cutout at every fucking store, nobody cared about NASCAR. Then all of a sudden you see Danica Patrick cutouts and they were like, oh, well, who is she? Well, she drives IndyCar. Holy shit. And all of a sudden then she goes over to NASCAR and all the broads go to NASCAR.
Right.
And why would you bring a Devin Borden into the scenario? So you get a Devin Borden and you're going to have him sponsored by some kind of a chick drink. Okay? Like these seltzers and shit, right?
Buzz balls.
Yeah, so that these girls are like, ooh, I like, buzz balls. And they go, oh, that guy's cute. What is his deal? Well, he's a star race car driver in the area. And guess what? Where the girls go, that's where the guys want to go.
Well, but see, that's a problem. I'm not going to say I know this from conversation, but even somebody like Devin Borden in a highly populous Pennsylvania racing scene that it is in the dirt world, there's not really that many attractive females in the scene. It's a struggle.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you need women
30-year-old, girls who are married oogling over you is what you're saying.
No, you're missing the point. You need women to show up because then men show up. And right. It doesn't matter who's married or not because the sprint car fan are all guys that look like you and me or worse, right?
Why did Snapchat take off? Why? Women got on there and started secretly messaging, and you knew if you got on there, you could get those secretly messages. Why does anything take off? Why are men trying to go to Morgan Wallen? Do they want to see some guy singing the song, or are they trying to get with the girls over there that are fucking flocking to us?
That's where the girls are, yeah. Do I talk to you before you offering me Morgan Wallen tickets, and I say, well, Chaz, can you tell me what the demographic of women are? Are they 25 to 45? Are they single? Are they fat? Are they skinny? But you're just like, dude, we got to go to Morgan Wallen. There's a ton of chicks that go to it, and we can get drunk and sing songs, and there's women everywhere. I'd go, fuck yeah, let's go.
There's attractive PA race car drivers that are going to church and hoping to find good-looking women because they can't find them at the track.
Well, but what I'm saying is you got to market.
That's devilish. That's daredevilish. You know what I'm saying?
Well, good for Devin for doing that. Find a woman that's got some morals. But
that is true.
What I'm saying though is, you open the door where the men and the women both have a desire to go to it. Where the women are, the men want to be. It's just like a bar. If you go to a bar and it's all old men, you ain't gonna want to hang out there.
That's true.
But you go to a bar, and even if it's a mix, and it's 50-50 men and women, and even if half of the women are ugly, but the other half are good looking and are right, you're like, well, shit, I like this. Got a few good ones to look at. Right?
Yeah, I understand. If I go to a bar, if I go to a new place, for instance, I go to a bar in the area and it's all guys, I'm like, what's another place?
Right. So what the point of the matter is but the 5-hour farming finger fuck session is no one's going to go to it.
And that is dirt track racing.
Yes. And guess what? I could have went to Fairbury tonight. I could have went to Sycamore, which was IRAs. Okay. There was plenty of options, but I said, I can sit on the couch and put one race on the big screen, one race on my iPad, the other one on my phone, and I can watch 5 to 10 different events all at once. Okay? So why? Because there is no value to me to go sit there while they're going to fuck around for hours and hours on end. When during the farm sessions, I can flip to another race and another race and another race. So the actual dirt track racing has created its own demise by not being more systematic.
Okay.
And the streaming has exposed that, because when you're sitting at home and you're flipping back and forth, you kind of start timing it in your head, and you're like, okay, I just watched the whole feature from this, and then I'm flip back over, and holy shit, they're still screwing around on that track. And you flip and watch another feature and somewhere else. Then you flip back, you go, Jesus, they're still, they've been screwing around for an hour.
Right.
You start realizing how long it is, and then you go, God, dude, I don't know if I ever want to even go to this in person again.
Yeah.
You know? So
good ideas. We do have a guy who said he was at Tri-City and says it's a bunch of bullshit. Let me call. You want to hear this guy?
Yeah, tell him that, you know, I just wanted to say the whole sport in itself has to get more systematic and disciplined, and they have to have 2 to 3 spokespersons, and they don't even have to be the best drivers. Danica was not the best driver of IndyCar or NASCAR. Okay,
she was just a boy looking girl in a race car. That's all it took.
Right,
it was
just
she was a fucking, and this is what I say at the racetracks. A girl in the pits who's a 6 is a fucking 8 or 9 because it's so rare. And that's what Danica was. I could go find a Danica Patrick at the gas station, fucking just sit there and watch him come in and out all day. But that's at the gas
used
station.
To work out at the same gym as me when she dated Aaron Rodgers. So I've seen her all the time.
Well, my point is like Danica was only a thing because she was just into racing. It added 6 points.
Right. But what I'm saying is, besides the Danica,
she wasn't some thick black chick with some big titties.
There's been other poster drivers through the years that they've put out there and published out there, like when Rusty Wallace was on the Miller Genuine Draft posters, right?
Right.
He wasn't the best at that time, but he was the one that they were showcasing, and people were like, who's that guy? Well, he drives that number 2 Genuine Draft NASCAR. Oh, wow. You know?
Okay, somebody just lied and said Danica's a solid 8. How the fuck is Danica a solid 8?
I don't really care. I don't care, because the whole point is you have to have a roster of marketable individuals if you actually want to have something that draws in the public, regionally, nationally, whatever it may be.
All you need, though, as far as sex appeal, is just one. You don't need more than one. You just need one. As far as guys.
Even, sex appeal or not, it's just simply appeal, right? Because think about it.
Look at Danica. When she came up, who was sex? Are you going to tell me Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch has sex appeal? You going to lie to me? Don't, please. Who is it? Who?
I don't know. I don't really follow it that close. So, I think that's what kind of killed the sport too, was there wasn't any Southern badass that was driving anymore.
Right. Because they sold out to the rich prep kids who don't have a fucking personality.
Right. They didn't have the Jeff Gordon who was the pretty boy gay guy. You didn't have all that. You lost all the personalities. And that's where the sport's becoming, because sprint car racing grooms these kids when they're 4 years old. So
and you're going to tell me Ricky Thornton Jr. is attractive?
No, but what I'm saying to you is that I'm talking about 2 different worlds. See, you mix sprint car racing and late models together, and that's
you
where
switch to a completely different topic. I'm talking about sprint cars. You go to black porn. I'm doing the same thing you do.
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about 2 different animals here. You're talking sprint cars as the same as late models for marketing. Completely two different animals, because late models have characters.
Right.
And a man can go to the late model race and go, goddamn, that Jonathan Davenport's a motherfucker. He kicked people's ass.
Yeah, he gets out of the car. He's about the same height as you, a little stocky.
Yeah, and you go, that guy could kick some ass, and like, fucking A, I want to kind of start learning what he's all about.
Do you think I could kick some ass one day, Spike? When you see me walking the pits, you see me as a prey, not a predator.
I see you as like a fucking jellyfish on the ground.
A jellyfish on the ground. Wow. So I should put training videos out to scare you.
Just flopping around, just like an amoeba.
Hey, people told me I've looked intimidating. You're saying they're lying just to be nice.
That's because you got that little stone cold kind of talk you do once in a while.
So when I'm on camera, I'm scaring people when I get mad. You're saying it's intimidating.
You got a lot of bullshit that you spew, and it's got probably a good intimidation factor to a sprint car fan. But they also think Brad Sweet and David Gravel are the king's court.
This is true. In the sprint car world, I probably am intimidating. In the late model world, like you said, jellyfish.
Did I? Well, yeah. Did I? You were around that time when we were in the turn 3 and 4 in Knoxville. When that kid was telling us about
his wife, the fucking his daddy's wife was trying to fuck you and me in front of my girl. I believe the girl was there.
Could have been. I don't remember. But all I remember is I walked to
Spike.
I walked up to a guy and I go, "Hey, who is that?" And it was
fucking it's Clinton Boyles.
No, this was a different one. But it's happened multiple times that night. I would walk up to a crew guy or a hanger on of these crews, and I'd say, "Hey, buddy, who's that guy?" And he'd go, "Why?" And I go, "Because I think I know him. Like, who is he? What's his name? What did he do?" I did nothing. I just want to know who he is. Well, are you mad at him? No, I don't fucking know him, but I think I do. That happened like 5 times at Knoxville.
And who are they describing?
Because,
me?
No, either or, like, it didn't matter. Like, anytime I walked up to someone and I was like, I think I know this guy, they thought I wanted to kick his ass. Like, any person involved in sprint car racing. And I was like, no, I just think I know him from racing somehow. Well, and they're all very scared of that.
I mean, you are a big guy, Spike. I would like to see you and Loose Video have a conversation. It would be entertaining. You'd probably end up both trying to fight me. But I will tell you right now, Spike, you don't want none.
Of who?
Of me.
Video? Hey, what happened to your video of you and Loose Video crying all night? That was beautiful.
It was beautiful. He should have left it up, but he did not want it up. And I respect
I felt a certain way about that whole thing.
It was a good moment.
Hey, here's the facts, and you better just stop and don't talk for 10 seconds.
Okay.
And I want your chat room to hear this right now.
Okay.
You told us that Loose Video and his wife quit going to racing because they felt threatened by someone, and there were words or actions that scared them greatly, and they felt uncomfortable. And you have never addressed what was said or what was done or what was typed, and we need you to open up and give us the truth right here and right now.
Well, Spike, I know you don't know the Chaz much. You obviously don't, thinking that I'm soft and a jellyfish. But I'm actually in the room with somebody who witnessed me in 2019 when a motherfucker commented on my video and said, if you show up, I'd whoop your ass. I drove to their fucking racetrack 40 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, 15, and said, well, whoop my fucking ass then. And they never showed up. I went to Stockton from Daytona 41 hours. Some guy was going to whoop my ass, didn't whoop my ass. Didn't even show up. I was there in a suit. Then I drove. Hold on, shut your mouth now, bitch. Then I drove from Stockton because then the fucking Greek god Chionius was talking his shit here in PA, and I drove from Stockton all the way to fucking Lincoln Speedway with the suit on and ran out to 10 or 50 people. They all started laughing, which is good. It is funny. It's entertaining. Back to the whole fucking, make shit online entertaining and talk some shit and let's fight, bitch, and drive across the country to do it. But here's what I will say. I have been in some situations, and most people have, I guess you haven't, where it don't matter if you're lying. If you got enough fucking sheep, buddy, you're going to go down eventually. So it don't matter my point is, it don't matter how big or badass you are. If you got a bunch of people, and Spike, or Loose, he's a bad motherfucker. I agree. I'd be very scared or worried. I think everybody's scared when they're fighting, but I'd be worried if it was me and Loose in a locked room. This is like, okay, I could do all I can, but this guy knows that he could do all. But what I'm saying, it don't matter how badass you are. If there's one Loose and two Chazes now, I don't know now. If there's one Loose and 5 Chazes in a room, 5 people, 1 on 5, Spike, you gonna be able to handle 5? Realistically. So what I mean by that, Loose is a big badass motherfucker. But when you get 10 or 20 people, or 40 or 50, back to sheep and lion, you gonna fight 50 people, Spike? You gonna whoop 50 people's ass? 50 on 1. Seriously, without a weapon. Maybe if you got a gun. What's your point? My point is, Loose faced a group. I faced a group too. Who the hell in PA? So who has 50
Pennsylvania
people? Sprint car fans are psychotic, okay?
They're upset that did he post a video or a comment?
No, they were just, from my understanding, I don't know if he wants to elaborate. I don't know. This is disrespectful to Loose. I don't want to disrespect him and tell his personal business. Do you know what respect is? Or have you not had your ass whooped?
Well, you added a whole damn video about it, and you opened the door on all of it, but then you wouldn't go into any detail about it.
Because detail is respect. What are you talking about?
Well, let me just say this. If someone says to me,
it was 1 versus 50. You got 50 people saying, fuck you, Spike. What you going to do, bitch? What you going to do?
Well, this is what I'm getting at. If I'm Loose video and then I got 1 or 10 guys that are like, fuck you, Spike, we don't like you because of what you say on the Chaz channel. Okay, whatever. But then if I got 1 to 10 people or more that say, fuck you, Chaz, or fuck you, Spike, if you show up to a track, you're going to regret it.
Right.
Okay.
And I've walked into those situations, Spike.
Right. What does that mean?
It's an unknown. It's a question mark.
Right. Well, and if I'm able to identify who these people are, or if they go so 1 step further and the 1 to 10 or more say, fuck you, Spike, if you show up, we'll break your face and we'll kill you, whatever.
Which 50 people probably could kill you. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not doubting that. But what I'm saying is then at that point, I'd probably be calling the authorities. Right?
Right.
I'd say, hey, Jamolk here on Facebook that messaged me. He says that if I show up at Port Royal, he's going to kill me on Saturday.
You really going to break Huh? You're going to break your nuts to the point that you're going to say that. I'd show up and see if 50 people want to. You know why I could say that? Because I've done it. I've been to points where I felt that way. But I ain't done it.
I'm just saying, if I'm a Loose video and I have a wife, okay, I don't have one, but if I did, and if it got to that point where they were threatening me and the missus' well-being and life, I would have gotten the authorities involved. if they didn't do so, that's up to them. I respect that. But if it's just fuck you, Luce, you post dumb shit. Okay, whatever.
But what if you do racing and all this stuff for fun, and you're not the Chaz, you're not ready for all this hatred, and then hatred comes your way? It may not be worth it, Spike. Maybe it just wasn't worth it to go to the track and face this shit for Luce.
Well,
there's a lot of determinations in this.
If there's gonna be homicides because of this, I mean, then
what if it's something easy though? What if it's like, I'm gonna throw an egg at your wife when she's in the stands? Do you really want to care or to go if that's the risk? If you don't really care. What if it's just something simple? Guy's gonna fight you. Some people are scared of that, What if they just like, all right, well, if a guy is gonna fight me, then you know what? I just go to this race deal for fun. I ain't trying to fucking, have this shit. Fuck that. I'll just stay at home. What's wrong with that?
Well, then you get then it's dumbasses like at the Chili Bowl where daddies beat up daddies and then one of them has a felony,
And that's how we have so many of those people in the sport. Yes.
Well, I'm just saying is I was hoping that you would elaborate on what was said or done, but obviously you're scared because you live with them now and you're in a throuple. So.
No, I'm not. No, I don't know all the details. I could sit here and tell everything I know and miss a detail, and it's offensive.
Well,
from my understanding, it wasn't that. Okay, look. So from my understanding, what happened to him, I wouldn't have went away from, but I'm okay with confrontation. I'm okay being uncomfortable. I think that Luce used dirt racing as fun, and when that style of confrontation come up and it wasn't fun, fuck it. It's not worth it. And it wasn't just, he has to be in the pits. His wife goes with him. Wife is in the stands. Sure. He can't defend her. He don't want to, I would assume he don't want to put her at risk either. So there's a lot
that's what I said, and I respect that. And I get it with the wife.
You want the full story in dirty details, I guess, is what you're saying. You're the drama queen.
Well, I was just saying, like, if it's getting to the point where people are saying, I'm going to kill you because you made a post or a video, like, that's crazy.
Well, no.
I would have hoped that they would have escalated it.
This is going to be funny. I was trying to give you my experiences and saying this could happen because I've been there, and I say, fuck it, kill me then. I mean, I could show you plenty of texts where I've told people I'll be there, motherfucker. If you're going to gut me, then gut me. I could show you plenty of those. And like, I'm just giving you, so that I'm not saying, I didn't say that happened to him in particular. I'm just saying that could be the scenario where you're not going to be this big badass to keep doing it. I was here's what I'm saying is I was that big badass that kept doing it. That's not worth it to those regular people doing this shit. That's why I was watched so much, because I was doing something. They were like, wow, this is happening. Like, not everybody does that.
It's not about Chaz. It's about Loose Video and his misses.
More than likely, I think. Yeah.
And I was trying to get to the bottom of it, and I was just going to encourage them. If people are threatening your life, call the cops. In this
so that's
day
your
and age,
advice.
My God. And
you're saying cut the ego, fuck it, don't say you're a man, be a little fucking bitch, and when somebody tries to intimidate you, become intimidated.
I don't know, dude.
Most of the time, these people, they're just talking shit. I proved it. They're all just liars. They don't do shit. Fuck them.
Well, no shit, but then you get the one psycho, because a lot of these guys, they feel like David Gravel's their little baby, and they just are, they get really, you and Elliot, you're fanboys, so like you got extreme fanboys, 100 times worse than you and the Elliot. And those are the type that will go nuts.
Bro, but my point is hell, a guy threatened to kill. Well, he didn't say he was going to kill me tonight. He said he's going to hunt me down. And I told him, fuck you. Hunt me down, motherfucker. When you come to hunt me down, you're going to find out you might be hunted. I told him. I can show you the text. It's on Facebook right now if you want to pull this up. It's on Facebook. I said, hunt me the fuck down. Here's my point, though, Spike. You don't want to listen. You just want to talk. That's fine. That's why you're on here, because you like to talk. It's fine. You're on here
I'm
because you
listening.
like to talk. You're an entertaining talker. I get it. You're a little bit of a douchebag most of the time. Well, you're a big douchebag some of the time. But it's funny. I get it. You love to talk. But my bigger point here is a lot of people, and this is another subject, a lot of people like to talk about whooping ass. A lot of people like to talk about I'll kill you. But these motherfuckers don't do it. These people talking about they're going to fight me and all this shit, acting like they're not going to hit me. Some of these people act like, I guarantee you 90% of the people talk about fighting. They ain't never been in a fight. Because, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you, boy. Okay, yeah, you're going to hurt me, and then I'm going to keep going, Spike. No, this is next level. You want to go there? Hey, it's the Chaz. It's not the Spike. So what I'm saying is, like, when people threaten your life or say they're going to kill you, a lot of people say that shit. A lot of people say they're going to whoop your ass. They ain't even thinking about doing it. So why would you? I'm curious on to you. You said call the authorities if somebody says they're going to kill you or any of this.
I wasn't giving
you
advice.
sound like a bitch, Spike. Call these hoes out on their fucking intimidation. Fuck them hoes.
I
They're lying.
wasn't giving you advice, sir. I was giving advice to Mr.
People.
Luce and Mrs. Luce because they quit going to racing because of it.
Okay.
And all I was saying is if it upsets you that much, whatever was said to you, and it's ground for you feeling that you need safety, then call the track and say, hey, these people threaten me, and if they don't give a fuck, then let the authorities know and say, hey, just so you know, these people said they're going to kill me if I go to the races, so if I end up dead...
So you're saying if
they
they say they're going to throw the egg at the wife, what do they do with that then? I'm just giving an example.
Fucking throw the egg at the wife then. Like, what the fuck? What is that going to do?
It's disrespect.
Oh, you threw an egg at me.
It's still disrespect, right? You
So
want
I'm
your
going to
wife
quit going to race.
Do you want your well, you're never going to get married, but do you want your wife disrespected by random people? Is that okay?
Well, it got to the point where the guy was going to quit going. So that's all I was asking was what the hell happened? So he was a guy said, I will throw an egg on your wife, and he quit going.
No, I'm giving an example. I don't know the story word for word. Look, I know some details.
You're not going to get into it, and that's fine. So I'm just saying, like, I was looking at the worst case scenario versus the least case scenario and some points in between. And I was just trying to understand why someone would quit and actually cry on video with you about
somebody
it.
Says that an egg is assault. If somebody throws an egg at you, that is considered assault. In today's society, with transgenders and all this shit, I'd agree.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm probably going to go to the tracks this year because of these videos here with talking to you and your disciples here that are fanboys like you are going to be offended and come up and try to slap me. But
no,
if they do, they can give me $5. They can get one slap in, and they'll knock my ass out.
Look, Spike. Look. I look at you like loose. Like I know that I could take some pain and give some pain. Look, but you and Luce are some big motherfuckers. All right. If I got to fight you or Luce, I got to get lucky. You know, I got to hope that you miss your throw. I got to hope that I hit back the right way. I got to hope that I got to be lucky as fuck to whoop you or Luce's ass, even though I know I can whoop some people's ass. With y'all, I got to be lucky. So I ain't taking the risk of testing that luck by slapping you for some fun. Now, if you want to play it out and me and you get into like this secret argument and then we end up showing up at King's Royal as the biggest main event, bigger than the race, and then we get in a fight or a throwdown for some fun, and I broke my nose or cut my whatever. If we do something like that and become bigger than the sport, that's a whole nother subject. Because honestly, that would be bigger than the sport.
It would be, but none of your fans will show up because they're too cheap and they don't go to big events like that. They don't even super chat.
I feel like if we do that, we'll have a lot more super chats, Spike. Especially in the lead up.
They don't super chat as it is. They're broke old bastards. Every one of you, from Loose Cannon to Lloyd McMillan to DB Ryan and Jay Jones, and all y'all are broke old bastards with limp dicks, and you can go fuck yourselves.
Let's just do it, Spike. It like you said, it's a bunch of broke lip dicks listening. It's 1:42 in the morning. We could record right now that we're going to fake be mad at each other. Going to fucking Kings Royal, we're going to be ready to fight publicly. I'll make all these videos, thumbnails. Luce and me are fighting at Eldora. It'll be the biggest fucking deal ever. We're playing it right now live. And let's do it. We'll let these 104 people be the witnesses to the test subject. And I'll go and promote this as me and you are going to fight at fucking Kings Royal. And it'll be bigger. It'll be bigger than anything. We can probably sell tickets come fucking June. Let's do it, Spike.
You think so?
You're a former wrestling promoter, or in the business. You could probably get us a fucking cage at the track. Imagine a fucking cage in the campgrounds at Eldora, and it's you and me going at it.
These guys don't care, though. They want to see little boys race little cars and, and then hug and kiss them afterwards. They don't want to see masculinity.
We just sold a ticket. Loose Cannon is from California. He's coming now. He said, I'd come. Let's go.
He's broke.
He's good. No, this guy's a millionaire. This Loose Cannon. You don't know who you're talking to. This guy's a multimillionaire. He loves the Chaz. He's going to fly probably a private jet, meet up with Donnie or something. He's going to meet up with Donnie or something and come out and watch us fucking basically lie, beat each other up for fucking $25.
There you go. While they farm the track, you got an hour, boy? I'll whoop your ass for an hour.
Why you gotta be so disrespectful, Spike? Why?
Brad Sweet can get him come and take.
I don't know how we had a call. Oh.
Brad Sweet can take your fingers and finger the track with them.
I bet you we could get Caitlin to be the fucking card girl. I could pull that.
Hey, what have you seen Macri at the track? Is he got Thailand girls with him or what?
No, Anthony Macri is a devoted man to his relationship, 100%.
I heard he flew to Thailand and was hanging with ladyboys the whole time.
Not Anthony Macri. There's more than one Macri in the world, Spike.
Who was over there with the ladyboys then?
Nobody.
What was it? So is there another?
Okay,
Anthony
hold on. Okay, you're making an accusation I think is a lie, personally. You're saying a Macri went to Thailand. All right, I want you to explain, and you can talk forever because you do. I want you to explain the story of you finding out Anthony Macri went to Thailand on a plane while I take a piss. I'm listening. I'm curious of the story.
Oh my God, that's the story.
No, I want to hear it. What was? Who told you? How did you find out? This seems very news breaking. If this is 100% true, Spike, we need to put this on fucking Facebook and everywhere. Anthony Macri goes to bang girls in Thailand. We'll go TMZ tomorrow. Tell me how you know it. I want some facts. Let's hear your story. Let's hear some validation to what you're claiming here. You fuck. All right, I gotta take a piss. Give me a story on how you know this is a fact. Tell me.
What does that mean? Sacrifice.
I'm listening.
One run of
Mike
road.
Walter's listening. I want to hear it. Let's hear the story. How'd you find out?
You need a bucket so you don't have to get up and leave.
I need a catheter.
So no, you understand that the hipsters right now, their whole big thing is they go to Thailand, because it's cheap. You can get a whole big ass platter of Thailand tacos for like $1, right? And you can live in a hotel there for a month for like $400, okay? And so when he quit mom and dad's team, he needed time to think, and he spent some weeks, I don't know, month or whatever it was, in Thailand. And if you go over to Thailand, you can relax on the cheap, and there's different gentlemen's establishments that have different flares for different folk, and some are Thai girls that are girls, and there's some are ladyboys. So I know he went to Thailand, and I just wanted to ask you, because you're in PA and you're hanging out with the Trone, and you're hanging out with the Devin Borden, and you're hanging out with the Luce Video and the Jeremy Elliott, and you're hanging out with the Nicole, and you're hanging out with all the people that got the know-it-all. And I was just curious if you knew about Anthony Macri in Thailand and about his time over there, and if he was over there, if he was hanging out with any ladyboys.
I don't know how I just listened to all that and I almost screamed twice. First of all, your claims on Thailand, sir. Your claims on Thailand being this place where you could spend $10 and fucking basically have a wife forever for $400. Your claims?
No, I said a hotel room.
I heard
for
you
a
say
month.
hotel room. I'm just saying it. They apparently being in Australia, I learned that this is where I would say probably.
Well,
65,
you researched it.
No. I didn't
bastard.
research shit. I would say probably 65% of all the wives in Australia in the last 3 years are from Thailand. What I mean by this
that's right.
is, no, this is why I didn't research shit. I was told all this shit because all the people in Australia, Thailand's like a little fucking, fly away 8 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours or something. It's cheap. Everybody goes there and they come back with a fucking wife. Yeah, somebody just said in the chat, $15K for a wife. That's how I felt. But I was witnessing this.
Sure.
I couldn't appreciate it because I'm not that sleazy. I'm not Spike. But
Well, they're too.
what you're saying about Thailand, I want to get.
They take like 5 years
I'll let you
to get
talk
them
for
up to your
20
weight
minutes.
limit.
I'll let you talk for 20 minutes, Spike, because you made your points, and I'm trying to respond to you. So what you said about Thailand is correct. Let's just say that for the fact. It is true. You can go over there and for like $25 get sucked, slick, licked, dick, whatever you want. It's bad, okay? There's some hoe-ass bitches over there. I will never go there because of this. Although Loose Cannon might get me to go. Loose Cannon, he goes to Thailand. He's got the money. He does it all the time. Loose Cannon's not commented for a minute for a reason. He goes to Thailand, and he has a Thailand. He has basically a Thailand wife. Her name is Connie. She took on an American name, but at the end of the day, this Thailand deal is real, and he wants me to go because he's like, dude, for $25, they'll lick this, they'll fucking suck that, they'll do it all. You can go there and just blow your mind. That's apparently the case. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not experiencing it. I think that doesn't attract me. All the Thailand bitches are skinny and they ain't got big titties. But regardless, I'm just not attracted. They all look like Danica Patrick. So you people saying Danica looks like an 8, you should go to Thailand right now. There's fucking $25 a dozen. But anyway.
It would take, you would have to spend about probably $50K so they could fatten one up for you to get her to the obese rate that you like so that you could
If the titties get to a G cup, we are good. It doesn't matter how big she is. She's got to be about 190 with a G cup, natural looking. The ones that hang down and get close to me, it's not that long, so they can't get up too high. So anyways,
right.
They can lean over, though. They can lean over and kiss. That's perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. Oh, it's amazing. But anyway,
the
Thailand thing is real. Fuck you. The Thailand thing is real.
Fatten up for you.
Okay, the Thailand thing is real. Before you continue your fat misogynistic comments, the Thailand thing is 100% what he's talking about is real. Spike is not fucking lying. It's real. And I'm not saying from experience. I'm saying from visual observation. I observed Australian people doing this all the time. So he's right. I've been told the stories. So anyway, they're very disgusting stories. But if you like whores and you like cheap women, it's a great story. Regardless, I'm not Spike. At the end of the day, though, how do you know? You say Anthony Macri has went to Thailand last year. I want to know how you know Anthony Macri went to Thailand. That's the story I want. How do you know he went to fucking Thailand?
Well, I have sources that inform me of things.
How do you know?
They told me.
They told you what?
That during his break after he left his family team, he went to Thailand.
A Macri went to Thailand or Anthony Macri went to Thailand?
The race car driver of the Macri, the Come Deep kid, right? The concrete kid.
You know that they're going to IP trace you and sue you, right, Spike, for a lot of money.
This is not liable or
so
slander.
What I'm saying though, so hold on. So I'll accept this. Here's what I want to know though.
Rumor.
Here's what no. You can't just say that. This is how TMZ gets sued. So you're telling me if Anthony Macri comes to sue you, you can prove how you were told, or the Macri family comes to sue you, you can prove how you were told that you were told this. Like you have a screenshot of a text message or a messenger where you'd be like, look, I was told this. Like, so that's what I do. I'll talk some shit, but if I'm going to talk some fucking shit, I'm going to have a screenshot where, hey, I was told this from somebody to remove my liability. So you're telling me you have proof that you know, you can show a screenshot from this source you don't want to talk about, that Anthony Macri went to Thailand. You have proof. I don't want to know who it is, but you have proof of this.
All I know is that was the rumor I heard from my source. That's all.
Right? So your source, and this is how I do it, your source texted you or messaged you this, correct?
No, I knew all mine through voice.
Through what?
Through voice. You don't ever have a paper trail.
I can't believe you, Spike.
Well, that's fine. That's why I said.
Because you know what people do? They talk a lot of shit, you know? People lie a lot. I've had to learn that the hard way here recently with a lot of people. People lie. So they'll tell you a lot of shit, but they won't text you or message you a lot of shit unless they believe it. You know what I mean by that? Because they know that they're putting themselves up for that paper trail.
After the Thailand trip.
But this is what I'm saying. People know that they will tell you some shit that they won't text you. Because they know when they send a text or a message that it is validating what is happening or what they said
well,
to
I would
you.
just tell them that
So you don't have you don't have validated proof of this. You're just, it's hearsay.
I validated that I do not have validity because I said I heard a rumor, right?
Well, everybody can hear rumors. This is why I don't fucking put shit out for rumors. Rumors can get you.
Sure.
I'm very smart.
I'm just saying,
I like the goody-goody
NCAA.
shit, but I want to fucking... If I get sued, I'm going to be like, yeah, I was told this. Bam, put my phone up. It's over. I was told.
You obviously... See, and that's why you think the high limits are going to do something, because you don't understand how life works. Like, you see, you don't just sue people because they heard a rumor.
If they put it on a fucking Chaz shit and there's a 10,000 views tomorrow that Anthony Macri is banging bitches in Thailand, you better be ready.
Well, I said earlier, I said the Chaz was, banging some fat black chick this week after Lincoln. Are you going to sue my ass?
Well, if I was a millionaire, billionaire, might I? It ain't
You
nothing to
wouldn't
me.
win a goddamn thing.
You're in this racing world, Spike. These motherfuckers, hey, 60, 70, 80, 100, 500,000 to sue this Spike fucker that pissed me off. Yeah, spend it.
Bring it on, motherfuckers. I got the best attorney in the state. But
Well,
the
I'm
fact
just
of the matter
saying,
is,
you got to be able to have some validity to the claims you're making. I can't
It's
sit here
all
and
hearsay,
joke and say,
brother.
oh, Anthony Macri probably banged some Thailand chicks. Oh, I would love to joke about that. It'd be fucking hilarious. But
I don't care. People can say that when I go to races that, whatever the fuck. I could give a shit what anyone says.
But you're not anyone. You're the Spike. Here, maybe you need to learn this. Maybe this is the fucking bridge we need to pass with you, Spike.
This is because
You're not. Hold on. You're not. Hold on. No, Spike. You need to understand this because people are paying attention to
their
you.
bullshit.
Hold on. No, I've been kicked out of buildings, Spike, because I've went up against these people that don't like you now. You know that, right? You've actually helped me. I've been on, and this is what I want to say, Spike. Maybe you need to recognize this. I don't care what some guy or girl just fucking says, fuck them, whatever. That sounds all grand and great, Spike. It does. But when you're not just some random guy or girl saying that, when you are Spike on the Chaz, on YouTube, you're not some random, you're not random. I know that it's small, it's dirt track, black, BBW, porn, whatever you want to say. But in this little dirt world, this Chaz thing matters to some, and what you say on the Chaz matters more than some random drunk through the pits. So I don't know if you recognize that yet, Spike, but I've had 6
It'll harm
fucking
you more than me.
executives. I've had a person message me this week that said, I've never banned, and this guy's worked with a lot of people. I've never banned anyone in motorsports. I'm being real with you, Spike. I've never banned anyone in motorsports off of my anything I've ever ran. He's ran like billions. But I fucking banned Spike. Who's Spike? He questioned me. He said, I banned Spike. Dude, it was the most random text out of nowhere.
The hell
He goes,
you lying?
dude, because you've been on my show. I'm not lying. I swear to God. He goes, I banned that motherfucker. Hold on. Do I need to read the text? Do you want me to read it for fucking
Well,
word
then
for word?
that's why you guys are broken. The sport will die.
Hold on. You're right. I don't want to. Hey, I mean, I tried to defend you a little bit. Hold on. Let me get to
I
the
don't
text.
need your defense. Fuck that guy.
Man, this was the best text I ever got out of
Tell him to
nowhere.
go fuck himself.
Oh, where is it at? Oh, this text
Read the
is
son of a
gold.
bitch's name so that the
Hold on, I gotta
world
search
can know
the
what
chat.
track
I guess he's
doesn't
texting
like
me.
opinions.
Oh my God, where is it at?
You don't like opinions.
Hold on, it's here. Shit, I gotta find it. It's somewhere in here. Hold on.
You lying piece
No,
of
no,
shit.
no. I'm not lying. No, this was
What?
awesome.
See, here's the difference,
Okay,
Chaz Thompson.
let's hear the difference.
You
Let's hear it.
show up to a pit, you show up to a race, and then you try to slither into the pits and try to beg for media when you ain't media.
Okay, here we
And
go.
try-
This is how we start
you're
the
a
fight for
freeloading
fucking
fuck.
Kings Royal, huh?
You're a freeloading fuck, and you try to get in for free.
Okay. Keep going.
The difference is I pay my hard-earned fucking money and I buy a ticket to sit my ass in the stands with the rest of the people. And guess what? Anything that I'm saying ain't any worse than what all the people around me have said about people. So
Why?
if they don't like it that I have an opinion, they can kiss my ass, suck my dick, and guess what? My $50 per ticket, if they're going to ban me, they'll be banning a lot more people then.
Here it is, right here. That Spice.
So this is a
Hold
track
on, this is a
promoter.
random fucking text, bro. He goes.
From a track,
This is from. I can't tell you who it is.
what area code? What region?
Let me
What
see here.
what city? What region?
Hold on, I gotta see it.
Because you
Hold on.
ain't
Let me
friends
look
with
it up. Let me
nobody.
look it up.
Every track promoter hates you. so.
260.
Every track promoter hates you.
260.
so.
No, they don't. Hey, Williams Grove approved my credentials instantly.
Northeast Indiana.
Yeah,
Who
you're in
gives a
you're
shit?
in fucking trouble when this guy says this. He's
That's
a
fucking
fucking
Fort
Indian.
Wayne.
This is a guy who works the Indianapolis 500. He's best friends with Peyton Manning.
Oh, you
Dude,
gonna
no.
kick me out of
He
the
sent me
500?
pictures. I'm not showing the pictures. He sent me pictures of him and Peyton Manning like catching tuna and shit.
Did he
this
send you
guy.
dick pics or what? The guy dick
No.
pics too,
He
or
said.
what?
He said. This is. I'll read it text for text. He goes.
Dude, I
This
don't
was
give a
that.
shit.
This was
Like, I don't
midday.
care
This is a
what your little-
12:26 random. I ain't talked to him in like 6 fucking days because I don't suck their dick, so he don't like me.
Well,
But
I don't
people
care
still-
what your
Hey, here's what you
little
need to realize.
bad
Even if
bitch
people,
it says to you.
even if people don't like me, they still talk to me because they respect me. I know you don't know nothing about that, but anyway, he says that Spike Fast guy is a piece of work. I said, what did he do now? Dude, because he texted it random. I'm like, what happened? What did Spike do? He said, yeah, finding that out. He said, he's a douche. I said, he's just the biggest troll ever. You're really good at trolling, Spike. I said, did you ban him? He said, he can go on a monkey. He can go be a monkey on someone else's platform. What did you do, Spike?
Oh,
What
that's
did you do?
the
No,
Elliott.
it's a platform. No, it's not Jeremy Elliott. This is a platform. What did you say? Did you say
Nope.
something on Facebook or Instagram?
I don't have either.
Are you sure? Where are you commenting? It's not Jeremy Elliott.
That's fucking Chase Rodman, you piece of shit.
It's not. What did you do, Spike?
The only people that have banned me from...
What did you do?
Listen to me, boy. The only people that have banned me from their chat is you, because you're a coward. The Jeremy Elliott.
I'm a coward that's going to see you at the fucking King's Royal, bitch, and you're going down.
The goddamn Jeremy Elliott. So you're talking about the Jeremy Elliott. He ain't a fucking...
What is a Jeremy Elliott? Hold on. Okay, what is a Jeremy Elliott?
You bitch.
What is... No, it's not. What is a Jeremy Elliott? What is a Jeremy Elliott?
Jeremy Elliott is the only person that had to decide to have a verbal war with me on his page.
Did he really?
6 days ago. So you just incriminated Jeremy Elliott.
No. Did he say that, though? What happened? What did he say? What did y'all do? What did you say?
Nothing bad. But he took it very...
What did he say? What did you say? Let's hear it. Spike versus Jeremy Elliott. Let's hear the story.
It's deleted and I'm banned because you
tell me what happened.
You and the Jeremy Elliott are both sucking 5'2" race car dicks.
No.
And you can't handle it if someone has opinions about your piss poor journalism.
What did you tell him though, Spike? What did you do? I want to hear this. I don't know what happened. What happened?
It's irrelevant because he deleted it and banned me. So it must have been so hurtful.
Did you say something about? Did you say something about the greatest thing in sprint car racing right now? The greatest promoter that's trying to do what I'm talking about, push the sport to the fucking world. Did you say something about Kendra Jacobs?
Did I say something about Kendra Jacobs? No.
The best promoter in racing?
She's not. Well, I don't know why you're saying that because she ain't fat enough for you, and she don't have a spare basement or bedroom for you. So I don't really know why you're.
This is when I see a skinny chick or a severely obese chick. I'm not into these giant chicks that Spike keeps saying, but when I see a skinny chick, hold on, let me expand. Fuck you. Look, if I see a skinny chick that really, she's not like my type or whatever. But she's a really good person. Like, all right, cool. Well, this is where I become moralistic. You don't know anything about this. I got feelings. I care about people. If a girl, hold on, shut up. If a girl is not this thick fucking, big titty chick, and she's like 140, 50 pounds with, she looks like Danica, which is ugly to me. If Danica is a nice person and cares about sprint car then you qualify for the I might love you
by the way,
category. I'm talking about love. You don't know nothing about this. But I can love a person more than what I think is attractive. But regardless, I think Kendra Jacobs is the best fucking... How she talked in that Sprint Million, for those who ain't watched it, it's on Flow. It's on YouTube for free. For those who ain't seen the Sprint Million... How Kendra Jacobs talks is exact. I want to make sure I get her last name right. I respect her. You don't, you piece of shit. It is exactly how the people who are going to make this sport big talk. How she talked in that Sprint Million was fucking perfect. That is what we fucking need. And it is lacking in this. It is lacking in this sport. Kendra Jacobs, what she said there is pushed down by the money. It's pushed by It's pushed down by NASCAR. It's pushed down by gambling. Gambling is holding this sport back more than anything. Go to me and Jeremy Mayfield's talk about that. But gambling's holding this sport back more than fucking anything. But what she's talking about don't support that shit. What she's talking about goes against NASCAR's narrative and their conquering of this sport. Now I'm going on a rant, bitch. What she's saying is correct, and what you're saying is being a douchebag. You're a fucking douchebag. Kendra Jacobs is the best thing in this sport that it's got right now in a powerful position. Prove me wrong.
You and the Elliott are such big titty sucking fanboys that both of you love her so much that when I was critiquing Jeremy Elliott's journalism, and then we were going back and forth on
I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about this dude from Indiana. I wasn't talking about PA. I was talking about Indiana,
You
Spike. I gave you the
blew it out
area
of
code.
proportion.
I gave you the area code. So what did you say to
just
Jeremy
exposed
Elliott?
it.
Tell us. Tell us. Don't
You
fucking.
just exposed them. You just exposed to Jeremy Elliott.
No, I
that the both
didn't.
of
I
you-
told you 260. Is that Pennsylvania? Did Jeremy Elliott
then you
live in
said
fucking
6
Indiana?
days ago.
No, this is on Penske level shit. I've been trying to get to the Indy 500, Spike.
Unreal.
I've been trying to get to the Indy 500.
Real.
I've been trying to get to the Indy 500. I think it'll be
Unreal.
a very good experience. What did you and Jeremy Elliott say? What was the
I
transaction?
am
What did
so
you
blown
comment?
away that you and Elliott have such unnatural fanboy affection for Kendra Jacobs that it got to the point now where you two are so enamored by her that you would like to get me banned from racetracks. That's fascinating. And
You are on the
outed him
Chaz,
on it.
Spike. You're not on. I know you might
You
have thought I was just
outed
some
Jeremy Elliott.
drunk fat
That you
guy.
both
You
are
know,
bitches.
you know. Even the ex thought you liked me. She was like, somebody asked who the Spike was, and she was at her family's house, and they were like, oh, or she was like, oh, he's a big fucking fan of Chaz. He's a big dude though, and I was like, yeah, we
I
met him
am a
outdoor.
fan.
You were a big fucking fan. Now you're a fucking hater. Now I'm this piece of shit. Why do you
I'm
keep
just outing
deflecting?
you.
Why do you keep trying to deflect? Like, what is the actual interaction?
I just said that
Why do you
his
keep
journalism is piss
hey,
poor.
this is called being fucking planted. This is called being stowed. Don't deflect. Don't go off on this other shit you're trying to explain because you're a narcissist. My ex
I
taught me
said
all
that
about
his-
you. But anyway, I'm trying to
I'm
trying to go back to my training that the feminists told me. But anyways, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
yes.
you got the
Exactly. I
feminist
know where you're going.
woman-
Yeah, see? Yeah, I know you're
Yeah,
fucking
feminist
insults you're
sat on
coming
your
from.
face and it blew your fucking mind, and now
That's
you
not what
fucking can't
happened
fix
at
it.
all. You're completely wrong. I want to
Cut
know
off
the
oxygen
interaction
and you
between
lost
you
your
and
mind.
Jeremy Elliott. You're not getting me off this. Fuck you and your soliloquies and your bullshit. What did you say to Jeremy Elliott that made him mad and you commented back and forth? What was this thing? What did y'all talk about? I
I
want
said
to know
that
what you
he's
said.
a fanboy and not a real journalist.
And he said what?
And I went into details about why he's a fanboy and not a real journalist.
No,
and all
what did he
gives
say?
is
You
opinion.
said you and him got in an argument. You said
There was
you're
no
a
argument
fanboy,
on
not
my
a
end.
journalist. That's what you say you said. What did
Mhm.
he say?
No argument on my end.
Well, no. What did he
Not an
respond?
argument. Well, he went back and forth trying to defend how he's not a fanboy and he's a journalist because he worked for a newspaper in 1990 or something.
Okay, and then what did you say to that? I felt like that's when it got bad, right?
No, I just explained to him, I said, you don't give merit where it's due. You give accolades to people that you have a fanboy affection for.
Okay.
And then he just kind of, he kept poking it. Like he would not give up. And he just kept poking and poking and
No,
poking.
okay. What did he say after you said, you
Dude, I
accused
don't
him?
remember. Do you think that I give a flying fuck about
Jeremy
what a
Elliott's a
fanboy-
big. Once again, you don't know you're on the Chaz. Like your voice isn't some random chick yelling. You know that your voice matters now. People know what the spike is
The
on the
Elliott
Chaz.
matters to you.
Hold on. Here's
He does
my
not
problem,
matter to
Spike.
me.
Here's my problem. This is why we got to ban you. Here's my problem, Spike. Back to the one line in the 50 sheet. The Illuminati. If we want to go to the church and get some people on our side, that's fine. But here's what I'm saying. When people hear the spike in the racing world, they hear about the spike guy, right? Guess what they say after they hear about the spike? Who's the spike? What's that? Oh, that guy on the Chaz. And now, see, so
Okay.
I'm liable for what you say. Because whatever they're
then
mad
that's your
about, this
problem.
is back to your inability to be a man. You don't want the responsibility of love. So
Then don't give me a platform to
that's
speak.
what
I
this
told
is
you
what I'm
2
saying,
weeks ago I
Spike. This is
wasn't
what
gonna
I'm
call in
saying. You
anymore.
ain't always at the track, all right?
And you
I mean,
asked me to call in tonight.
hey, look. Honestly, Spike, what you say is very accurate. Honestly, your reply there, the reason I'm curious to what Jeremy Elliott said, I would love to hear what Jeremy Elliott would have to say to that because it sounded pretty accurate in a very negative light. If you were to look at something and be like, all right, what's the worst thing a person could do? Just like you with women, what's the worst woman there is? I'm just saying, what the worst a person could be is what you just explained about your reply to Jeremy Elliott. Because some of the stuff he puts out, it does seem like that, right? The worst example of Jeremy, though. Maybe he's being sincere, maybe he's being nice, maybe he's considering, but hey, if this motherfucker was doing this and saying that because he's a fanboy here and he's being nice here and he's not being nice there, maybe there's a motive to that, and that's what your reply was. You got a motive here. Your motive is this.
No, I have no motive.
No, your motive has no merit. Your motive, the reason you put this piece out is because you want to do this, because you're a fanboy there. That actually is very accurate when you look at it in the most negative light possible. So I'm curious to see.
What's my motive?
No, I'm curious to see, because, see, if somebody comes at me with, what's your motive for saying that or motives for saying this, a fucking fake motherfucker would sit there and say, bye, banned. A fake fucker will sit there and not have an answer. They don't want to engage.
There's a lot of people that were bringing up things that he was getting very, very upset about that night and banned a few other people, too.
Well, I'm just saying, Spike, that's not who I was talking to, first of all. But if he did this and this interaction you're explaining is real, I'm curious to know what he said when you attempted to call him out on the worst person he could be. You know.
I'm saying he's the worst person he could be. I'm saying he's not a journalist.
The worst person, well, maybe his opinion is based on more than you know. You know, and so when you see it, when a fanboy. But when a shark sees a tuna versus a crab seeing a tuna, it's a different perspective, right, Spike? Sometimes you know more.
I don't know
than what you're
no
saying.
Clue what that even means,
when no, what I mean is, like, when you're a shark and you know so much more, and you're a predator and you're a killer, you know what a tuna is prey, right? But when you're a crab and you don't know everything,
you're being a woman.
Hold on, no,
Listen,
and you don't know any. Hold on,
you're being feminine.
No, I'm not being feminist. No. If you want to go into
so
feminism, we
simple.
can go into feminism. I'm simply saying maybe Jeremy Elliott knows more than you and is talking in a certain way because he's smarter than you and knows what he's looking at and attacking. Even though your negative motives, your crab-like self could be down there like, hey, man, you didn't have to bite that fucking tuna. And this goes back to politics and how society works. Do we actually have the right to judge the elites? Because we're down here being like, hey, you ain't got about that tuna as a crab, but you're a shark up here, and you're like, hey, actually, I got to eat that fucking tuna or I die. So that's what I mean.
Hey,
yeah, that's what I mean. No, that's how it makes sense, buddy, because the shark, Jeremy Elliott, maybe Jeremy Elliott's being soft. Maybe let me finish the point. You said I don't know what you mean about the tuna and crab deal. Maybe Jeremy Elliott's being soft about the tuna, or being aggressive on the tuna, which the tuna is the money. That's how you eat. This is the point. This is why I'm a shark up here starving to death, because I don't eat the fucking tuna. The tuna's the money. The tuna's the power. So Jeremy Elliott's being soft on the tuna because that's how he's going to eat. He's eating that fucking tuna. And you're sitting down saying, hey, why are you eating the tuna, or why are you not saying this? Why are you playing favorites? Why are you doing? Oh, because he's got to eat, Spike. He's got to eat. He's got to act that way. This is why I'm starving and broke, no matter how much fucking shit I pull in, views, attention. I do it sometimes better than anybody in the game. Anybody. I got videos that can destroy people, but I don't eat the tuna.
Get a real job. Then you all then you and the Elliott don't have to worry about your little
don't get mad.
tuna.
Hold on. Don't get mad at Jeremy Elliott for eating the tuna. He's over there. Okay, let's just say you're right. Let's just say you're right, Spike. Let's say Jeremy Elliott is sitting there and is not being hard on others here and is playing favorites and all the stuff you're accusing him of. You know why he might be doing that? You know why he might do that? Because he's got to eat. He needs money. So he's going to favor people who will pay him. He's going to be soft on the people who do. That's what I mean, buddy.
Now.
Yeah, he's going to be soft. He's got to eat. He's got to eat. You don't understand
So
it,
you
but
guys,
in that industry, when you're in the media and you control what people think, guess who wants to own what people think? People with money.
you just exposed the. No, I love this. You
Yes.
just tell it all. I love it. How
Right.
drunk are you? Vape some more.
Thank
Vape
you.
some more
See,
and
this
get drunker.
And this is why I'm a wolf and you're a dog, buddy. You're a fucking German
You just
Shepherd.
exposed
You ain't thinking
that
like a
you
wolf.
and Jeremy Elliott will promote people and fanboy on people if they pay you. I love it. That's why you act like the Callum's so good and he's the worst fucking driver on earth.
I just exposed to you why, and you're wrong on that statement. I'll explain is why. I just exposed to you why Jeremy Elliott makes a living in media and I don't. I just exposed to you, and that dude, when I said that right there, that just crushed some hearts. Because there's other people doing it, because the other sharks eat just like he does. All these media people, they
Then why
make
is he
money
upset?
on they make money on the ego that they so much hate, but they won't say on camera.
Why is he upset then? Because I had an opinion that he's a fanboy and he doesn't have journalism. He just posts fanboy pieces and opinions. Do you watch his 90 at 9? It's fanboy and opinion.
Right. And
That's
guess
not
what?
journalism.
Okay, Crab. Whatever. We're up here eating, or he's over there eating the tuna.
And that's why you banned me.
You don't understand it?
That's why the Jeremy Elliott banned me, and that's why the Dirt Track banned me, because y'all are fucking cowards.
Why you
and
say
you're
y'all?
all fanboys.
Why you say y'all? You mentioned Callum, right? How would I make money in
No, I
America?
said-
Hold on. How would I make money? Hold on.
Track.
I was offered a decent amount of money to do stuff around the 39 car, right? Right? A little bit of money, not from the owner, but from people involved, right? I was offered money for the Tron race coming up to do some stuff, and I think Williams Grove saw my, and this could still happen, and I think it's a great idea, but here's the deal. There's between me and Jeremy Elliott, and this is what not Jeremy Elliott in per se, but media people who eat the tuna say to me when I ask them, hey, how can I eat more? They tell me how to eat more, and this is why you can't say y'all. I had opportunity with this Callum deal. If I would just play nice, which not nice, but fake, I'd be fake a little bit. I might be able, or I still could, film this Tron race because they got a John Tron. This Tron thing's actually a big deal. I was really excited for this Callum deal, and this is why this happened, because I do feel emotionally attached to the situation. I feel like the daddy. Maybe I didn't make it all happen, but I did bang the situation. I'm planted a seed. Callum's over here in the 39 because I put a seed into the womb. He's the baby of the situation, so I feel responsible. So at the end of the day,
Keep going. You're exposing a lot. I like this.
but what I'm saying is, yeah, there you go. You got me. It's more so
Yeah.
It's more so the
Exactly what
marijuana
I
out
said
of this
from
vape.
day
Let me-
one, but you're a cunt and you won't admit it, so that's fine. But you both fine.
Anyway, here's
You
what
just
I'm
feel good
saying.
to tell the truth.
Listen.
I haven't.
So I had money on the potential good amount of money, and I risked it all. And this is what I do all the time, Spike. You can sit here and call y'all or whatever and say all these people and put me in the same bucket. But the amount of times I've sat there and looked at money on one side of the fucking table and looked at truth on the other side of the table, I have grabbed truth over
Get
and
to the point.
over
So you paid Callum
and
to come over
over
here. You should have bought a
and
hooker.
over again. When I see money on one side and I see the truth on the other, there's more value in truth. That's sent by God. Truth is
Pay
sent
to
by
Callum to
God.
come over here.
And you are the messenger. You people of this world, you are the messenger of the deliverer of the truth. The devil's on one side with the
son of a
money,
bitch.
and God is on the other side with the
paid-
truth. Let me tell you right now,
You paid a grown
testify,
man to come
motherfucker.
over here and race.
But anyway, back to the Callum
You paid a
situation
grown
since you
man.
want so much fucking drama, you piece of shit. You
You
fucking
paid a
piece of
grown man
fucking
to
shit.
come
You want
over
the
here.
drama, you're a little fucking fanboy. Fuck you. You're the same little fucking midget muscle man I saw. You look like Rico, but fucking 50 pounds heavier at fucking Eldora. Anyway,
Paid Callum.
Ashley was right about
you
you.
paid Callum.
Here's the deal. No, I had an opportunity with the Tron team because I got the. I'll make it quick and fast. I had an opportunity with the Tron team. at Williams Grove, not Trone himself, but with the Trone team to do some filming and all this. We were all buddies. We're all great.
Yeah.
At the John Trone tribute race at Williams Grove, you disrespectful little prick. Not next week, but it is coming here very soon. Actually, I think it is. No, it's 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now at Williams Grove. And this was all talked about when I first went to the shop when I got here to PA. This was like beginning of May. We're at the 12th day of May. I've seen a lot of shit since the 12th day of May. I had an opinion on the Callum Williamson, learning about the understandings of why Callum's not performing. And if I was to say, once again, money on the one side with the Trone video, truth on the other with no money, I'm trading here. I'm making the choice. You have a choice. Freedom of choice is God-given. You get to choose. I choose wrong with women, but I'm choosing right with the truth. But anyway, I'm just saying. There was that situation. What was it? Wednesday night. What was it? Yeah, Wednesday night. We were on that show, and somebody said, "What do you think about Callum?" And let me tell you something right now, buddy. That shit when I went off about Callum and the crew chief and all that.
Jordan.
Let me tell you.
That was Jordan.
I was saving lives. I guarantee you it would have been way worse if it was someone besides me saying it. Because that was about to happen. Okay?
What? What was going to happen? Don't be talking cryptically, fuck. Start talking real talk. What was going to happen?
The shark was going to eat the tuna.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck your ocean. Talk real. Was someone going to beat your ass, or they were mad at you?
I tried telling them at Lincoln's. Obviously, this race was Thursday night, not Wednesday. Wednesday, I was at the track. But this interview, the race was Wednesday. The interview that I said, the shark is plugs being pulled.
Fuck your analogy. Start talking like a man. Quit your bullshit. So what? Was Callum going to get his ass fired and you fucking put money up, or what?
Callum wasn't going to get fired. No.
Who was?
Nobody was going to get fired. Nobody's going to get fired.
Or they're going to quit? They're going to quit their business agreement.
People are used to these. Motherfucking Callum's used to performing, man. It's a great opportunity.
What, he was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. These guys are not good, or what?
I don't think that. They like the people. Everything's great. But there's some shit that I said in that interview that was very, very real.
What'd you say? Be real.
I said that they're underutilizing balls. I think if you're Kevin, which is the crew chief of the car, and you're Trone, who is the owner of the car, when you bring a driver over from somewhere where he's performing, like I said, if Callum and Balls with whatever motor and engine is winning at whatever track against Brad Sweet and Rico, you want to take as much of what you got there and bring it here and try to do the same thing. So when they bring the crew chief and the driver, the combo, I said it in one segment, I said, when you bring the engine and the chassis and you only use the chassis, that's not correct. You should be utilizing
so you want
both.
them to bring the crew chief over?
No, the crew chief's already here. He's just not being utilized. They're not letting him put the setups that they're used to running and just try to go from that. They want to put shit on there that they know or somebody knows is so much better. And that was my complaint. But let me tell you, when I said that live, I got a phone call the next morning at 9:30 from the guy who was going to offer to help pay me to do some stuff with the team. And when I saw fucking he's calling, I'm like, oh, fuck, do I answer this fucking phone? Oh, here it is. I got a little bush light in me the night before, and I said too much. Because I went off, because this is a big deal. These egos in pitting areas are fucking bigger than anything in the world. And I answered the phone.
They're two fanboys.
I answered the phone from this guy, and he said, hey, we saw your interview last night. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Damn
Here
right.
it is. But this is, once again, you can't put me in the y'all department with these motherfuckers who eat the tuna. I'm over here
Get to your
saying,
point.
no,
We wanna hear it.
eating that tuna ain't right. I fucking went the other way. So anyway.
You're talking about your girlfriend again. Get to the point.
No, I'm talking
to
about
the
what
point.
you try to put me in the fucking tuna eaters. All right, I'm vegan at this point. But anyway,
Get to the point, boy. Would you fuck up? Would you fuck up? Tell us.
he says, well, we had your interview, you're live on the TV screen, and John Trone was watching it. I go, oh, fuck. So you saw it, and the owner of the fucking whole operation saw the shit, huh? He goes, yeah. And then pause for a minute. I go, oh, fuck. There it is. This is what the Jeremy Elliott's and everybody been telling me, just shut your mouth. I had a guy come up from, on Wednesday for the Lincoln show. I had a guy come up from North Carolina and said they wanted me to be the next wind tunnel guy. They want me to take over the Dave Despain role. And he said the only thing, and then back to the fucking eat the tuna or not, he said the only thing holding you back is we need you to shut up. No, that's the point.
Tunnel.
The point is that I don't shut up. These people watching right now, you say I'm in the same category as these fucking guys, you're wrong. So,
Well, that's why you're an idiot.
well, no, that's why I'm sincere. These fuckers got to die with it. These motherfuckers. Hey, no. All these people taking the money and eating the tuna, they got to die with guilt. Watch what happens when God meets you. You're fucked. Watch what happens.
Let me say 2 points.
Watch what happens
make
when
2
God
points.
meets you. Hey, you thought you were taking those deals and nobody saw. Wait till God meets you. You fucked.
Let me talk. Tuna.
You
Let me talk.
fucked. Wait till God meets you. You are done. And you thought forever was 60 years or 70, however old you thought you were. Ninja, please.
Tuna, quiet.
Yeah, you about to get some tuna. You about to be some tuna.
Listen. We're talking about your girlfriend between her legs, but here's the fact.
Oh, God.
Wait, let me just address 2 points here. Firstly, your fan club member, Brett Fisher. Here's a good point I want to make about his comment. I have no interest in driving because I'm a fucking fan that pays for tickets. And guess what? If you dumb motherfuckers want to keep this thing going,
I got to take a piss. Keep
you want
responding.
more people like me in the stands that have opinions and passions and give a fuck and actually spend money, not guys like the Chaz that love tuna and fat women that try to sneak into races and fuck things up, and then they don't even know how to take money. And the fact is, number two, Chaz, you should have just been the fucking guy with the camera and shut the fuck up. If the guy shit the bed the whole time and Trone don't want to put a crew chief in or an engine in or a shocks in or where the fuck, who cares? Collect your money, film it, and fuck it. You ain't going to hit home runs on all these guys and all these agreements. It's just like a goddamn scout for football. You're going to get the first round draft pick and he's going to get picked by a piss poor team, and then it's going to get all fucked up, but you don't give a shit because you got your money. And guess what? Callum probably, there's three scenarios here. Number one, Callum sucks and Trone's great. Number two, Callum's great and Trone sucks. Or they both fucking suck. The end.
Keep going. This is so good.
Where'd you go, bitch?
I was taking a piss, laughing my ass off. Oh, God. Keep going. Hold on.
But
You said two. Hold on. What's the third one? They both fucking suck. Golly, that's a great line.
They sure both ain't good. That's a goddamn fact. But
David
the fact of the
Gravel in
matter
the orange car.
The fact of the matter is, and maybe they both are great, but they sure as fucking finding greatness right now. So the fact of the matter is, you're just fucking Fatty McFlashbulb with the fucking camera.
Okay.
And just fucking take your fucking money.
Right,
And
but
fuck
I don't
these
believe
clowns.
I am that, so fuck you.
Well, no, because you got to separate it. And that's where the Jeremy Elliott
that's where the genuine.
is a journalist.
When I
but
meet
then
my
tries to be
fucking
a
creator,
fanboy.
bitch. You're right. A journalist versus a man of God. You're right.
No, he's
These
trying to be a
motherfuckers
fanboy,
think they pull their fucking deals.
masquerading as
They
a
think
journalist.
that, yeah, I'm sure all the people with the Epstein Island thought if nobody sees it, no one knows. You're worried
Yeah.
about the CIA knowing. You're worried about FBI knowing. What you gonna do when God gets there, bitch? because he knows it all. You're fucked.
Chaz, let's talk. Tron and this crew chief seem very elderly and very weird. Are they creepy or what?
No, they seem like great people to me, to be honest.
But I mean, are they just so old and they're not up with the times? Like, are they setting the thing up like it's, 2001 or what?
Well, the main guy that referenced him and Bobby Allen do the same things. I can't believe I said that. Does that answer your question? It does, right?
Well, who did Bobby Allen set up for?
Somebody asked the question, who's better, Callum or Brock Zierfoss? Callum's better, but I've had the argument. I've had the argument of who's better with private people. Who's better, Brock Zierfoss or Jacob Allen? And I have argued for Brock Zierfoss being better than Jacob Allen because I've never seen that car drive itself to a win. I've seen that car drive itself to a win. Does that make sense?
What car?
When that fucking Jacob Allen car wins a race, it's driving a line that no one else can. It's it's extremely faster than everyone else.
Yeah, and I get it.
So there's times where what I mean by that is there's times where that old school setup works and it's just better than everyone else and the car wins the race. You could have Jacob Allen behind the wheel.
Sure.
But I don't think that works on a consistent basis.
Right. Well, let me ask you that. Because you're much smarter than me, and I'm just a brain-dead fan that has a wallet and spends tickets, and I don't, compete with your fan base on the racetrack.
Even though I've spent more money on racing than you have in your entire life. But keep talking.
Sure, and that's good, and I'm happy for you that you race.
So then why does that have a fucking... No. I spent more money going to races. I guarantee I spent more... According to the IRS, spent more money going to races than you, guaranteed.
You don't know that.
I would assume that very, very consciously.
Well, we'll give you that then. Lovely. But I'm just saying you have more knowledge than me because I'm just, a brain-dead man that likes racing. And
you're a crab.
Fans. Right. I'm a fanboy. I'm like Jeremy Elliott. So
he's a shark. He's eating that tuna.
Well, he wants Kendra's tuna, that's for sure. But
the thing is, I'm kind of like a crab shark. Has there ever been a crab shark? I'm kind of like a crab shark.
You have crabs, or
I see. This is why I was vouching for you. This is why I was vouching for you. In my analogy here, the crab and the shark. Why are you eating the tuna? I am like a crab that has developed fins, and I could swim around and shit. And I won't do the fucked up shit that I see the sharks doing. And I'm like stuck starving as the crab shark. I'm the crab shark. That's a new shirt. The fucking crab shark, bro. The crab don't understand why the shark eats the tuna, but the shark does. I'm a crab that is grown. I'm a crab shark, bro. That's what I am. I'm a crab shark because I see what you're saying, Spike. But I don't see these guys over here that are doing all this stuff. Oh, you're a dumb fat ass. You should just film and make money. You're saying be a shark. You're saying do the fucked up shit. You're saying be favoritisms and fucking talk about points and hide shit. Be a fake motherfucker that eats the tuna. The thing is, Spike.
You're a guppy this past year. You're a goddamn guppy.
The thing to this shit is that the fucking hook is in the tuna. That's why the sharks respect me, Spike. That's why fucking Indiana's texting me, because they all been biting that tuna and they all been hooked. The only other person, the man on top has the fucking rod and reel, and when you bite that tuna as that shark, and they already know they have been hooked. And there's nothing that's going to stop it, Spike. They're hooked. And I'm talking about the hook in the tuna, And they respect me because of that. That's why they respect me, because I say what they can't say about the hook in the fucking fish.
Then why are you upset that you fucking said something?
I ain't upset. I'm just telling you, when you accuse me of being those stupid motherfuckers, no, bitch, I ain't biting the same hook. They are.
Well, then don't be upset that you're probably going to get kicked out and not be part of the little Trone show.
I took the risk.